Welcome to this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters, the podcast where we chart the cinematic legacy of the classic monsters. I'm John Campbell. With me, as always, Brendan Jones.
I like that gulp you did in the middle of it because it sounded.
This movie.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of anytime they do Preteen World on SCTV.
Yeah.
John Candy's. I was like, today on Preteen World, I'm going to be talking about
the funniest. I saw because I went down a SCTV rabbit hole as I'm
of course
want to do a lot recently, and I just saw a comment that talked about was it the Recess Monkeys when they play? And
yes.
somebody talks about that.
Gone. She's been gone so long. She's been gone so long.
But when Candy does that gulp, somebody's like, "That's the greatest beat maybe ever in comedy." Gone. She's been gone so long. Gone so long. Yeah. But that also is just me trying to keep this movie down that we watched this week.
Yeah, your voice was definitely rising. I could tell
because I was about to say classic monsters, and I was like, I have to include this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, the fact that we're including this anywhere near classic monsters. We
have to because I can't believe it, Brendan, but finally, another one of these snuck in. It's our last, at least as of recording. I keep saying this because there are rumblings about, a return to this franchise, but
let it rumble.
Let it continue to rumble and stay at that level.
This is the 19th Howling film, right? 19th?
This is the 8th. And final at the moment, Howling film. But that is insane. They've made 8 of these.
Yep.
And one of them is good.
I just want to say.
Yeah.
I just want to say none of them have been good, except for the first one.
Mm-hmm. But none of them. Here was the thing I was going to say to you. I said this before, I don't have a hot take, but I have more of a sad realization. This movie is fucking awful. It's in the upper tier of these movies. It's in the top. It's in the top half.
Oh, okay.
Because this is not marsupials bad. This is not home video of a vacation spot bad.
Yes.
This is not even the freak show bad.
Right.
It's
true.
Really true. Bad.
My mild take is this. I can tell there was sincerity here of them trying. They're not up to it. They don't have the skills, writing, directing, any of those things.
It does.
But I can tell they really were trying.
That's the second sad realization about this movie is it does sort of feel like, oh, someone's trying to get this franchise back on track with this thing.
Yep.
The failure.
Oh, the failure.
Yeah.
And the decision to, hey, let's lean into Twilight-esque romance.
I mean, that definitely feels like that's the thing where it's like, okay, what's our take in 2011? That's the take for now. And also, did you weirdly, especially in the first maybe third of the movie, weirdly a lot of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man vibes?
Oh, sure.
With all the power discovery stuff. But, literally, some of the thing with the glasses, the fight with the bully, these are beats right out of specifically the Raimi Spider-Man.
One day, I will do some sort of paper, some sort of thesis on this film and examine every trope they're dipping into, but also the way they felt the need to up the intensity of the tropes to 1,000 to a point far beyond anything realistic. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is a much more realistic portrayal of high school life than this is.
Way more grounded. Well,
yeah, way more grounded. And the fact that everything in this movie is condensed, it's 2 days.
Yes.
It's 2 days. This epic romance, the discovery of someone's lycanthropy, a school explosion, which is complete. I'm sitting there going like, oh, hey, Buffy vibes too. Great.
Yeah.
All of this nonsense they're shoving it into 2 days, and that doesn't make any sense.
No,
there's no way all of this stuff is happening in 2 days.
Every time you think about that, every time you realize that that's what it is, it completely negates anything that's happening. You're just like, well, then that makes no sense. Then this romance doesn't work at all. Right, that's the thing. It's like, it's
if
insane.
The girl you've looked at for 4 years and never spoken to comes up to you the day before graduation and suddenly says, I have noticed you.
Yeah.
And then you guys are so into each other over this day that when monsters are real and the guy is one, that you're like, I'm sticking with you regardless. And you're like, wait a minute, you just...
I mean, like, undying
sorry,
love.
I would have... undying love happens in a day.
Of supernatural stakes. Like, the end, his line at the end of this movie about, like, live or die, I am walking out of here with you. I was like, I don't believe this for a single second. And these actors aren't great. They're not terrible though.
No, and they both had they are very TV. They both had TV careers.
He goes on to play another werewolf, by the way, on Netflix.
And I watched some episodes.
I watched like maybe the first season of Hemlock Grove.
Oh, I didn't watch the whole season, but I was familiar enough.
Yeah, because
I was like, all right.
It was a dumb show, but it did have some really good effects. I do remember like the werewolf transformations were pretty awesome.
Not anything as good as this, though.
Oh, God. I mean, okay, one of the other things that does feel like this wants to get back on track, I will say, they're not good, but the werewolf design is kind of hearkening back to the first movie.
Yeah, and actually, when we do see them, and again, yes, as you say, the effects are not great.
Right.
But when we do see them, I'm like, oh, it is similar. They're long-snouted werewolves. They take the ears down. I love the original Howling, but those ears, I was like,
I think
what?
You can go back
those
into
are like antennae.
I think you can go back into our archives and hear you talk about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, so they scaled them down. I was like, good on you. But it's basically a latex bodysuit, similar to stuff you would have seen on Buffy. And then they decided to put fur on forearms, and then basically fur pants.
Yeah.
And for some reason, tails. That was a bad choice.
Yeah.
But yes, it's basically bare, extremely ripped and cut monster bodies that are just latex, and then a furry headpiece, furry forearms, furry legs.
Yeah.
But not terrible. And again, wisely for this movie and its budget, kept in the shadows for most of it.
Well,
and at the end, quick cuts.
Yes, unfortunately, that becomes part of my problem with the movie. Is the whole movie is way too dark, like just visually. Like all the sections where they're trudging around in the dark. I'm like, oh my, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
And it's not an effective, creepy thing. It's you guys don't have the budget to light this stuff.
Yeah.
Like and also this movie
there's also some terrible green screen.
There's some real bad green screen throughout. And the other thing is this is shot on this is obviously shot digitally at a time when if you didn't have the highest end of digital, it looked like garbage.
Yeah.
The movie looks like that way too crisp early digital cameras.
It's not shot well. The cinematography here is awful. The lighting is awful.
But I will give you that the one positive is I do feel like they are trying, and that affords me some level of appreciation as opposed to a lot of stuff where it does. Even though this is really like failing on a lot of levels, I do get the sense that there is, yes, as you said, some sort of passion behind this, which I'll take over a lot of the just like whatever schlock we've seen, and not just in the movies, but in this franchise specifically too.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's still one of the better Howling movies, which is
really
praise.
Giving you a good indication.
That's what I'm saying. It makes me sad to say that, but it's true.
Where the others are, and that's
because it's basically a race to the bottom after the first one, right? Like it really
race to the bottom, indeed.
That's what it is. Well, I mean, like the further we got into those, when I started to be like, I don't know, man, your sister's a werewolf is actually kind of decent. That's a sad thought in your life, but that one's kind of. By these standards, not bad.
By these standards,
within the thing, because it really is just like, I don't know, man. Once you pass that first movie's great, and then it's all just like, I don't know.
It's unbelievable that it just that no one got anywhere close to, you know, a solid a werewolf movie and one of the better ones, but nothing that is like a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And yet the best they could manage is stuff like this.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's just pathetic.
It's
all right.
depressing, yeah.
So if you haven't been able to tell, for the last 20 minutes, we've been talking about Howling Reborn.
Howling Reborn from 2011. It's Howling Reborn.
Yep.
Supposedly based on the Howling 2. This is another thing I've been fascinated by tracking this franchise, is what is the source material of this franchise? Because there's 2 novels written by this guy, Gary Bradner, right?
Right.
And all of these have I guess there are 3 novels actually, by this guy, and all of these are variations on things in those books. Was it 4? The original Nightmare was the only one that really kind of tried to adapt one of them, like faithfully.
Yes. The reason that the thing that I'm fascinated by with this one is that they're saying based on Howling 2
specifically,
the book specifically. Yeah. When and I haven't read any of the books.
No, I think I read through the Wikipedia plot descriptions a while back. And it oh yeah, I see. Okay.
It has nothing to do with it.
No, I don't understand.
And it actually seems to be riffing on things that ended up in the first movie, which of course they legally are trying to be clever. Like, we can't say based on that movie because then we owe people money.
Joe Dante is bounding on your door, man, and you don't want that.
Right. But the whole thing where there is a public broadcast of someone transforming into a werewolf, kind of. I'm like, right, that's from the movie.
That's the end of the first movie, of course. The iconic, I mean, really, a classic, I mean, a great ending. That movie's great. That's the thing is, if anything, all of these terrible sequels just remind me of how good Joe Dante's movie was.
Right, yes.
You're like, man, that thing really worked.
And I just love the when you look at the first one, what I love is that it's of its time period, certainly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for a genre and not huge budgeted film, they're still, as I always bring up, kind of in the 70s filmmaking frame of mind of trying to give you actual characters.
Mm-hmm.
And even some social commentary.
Definitely.
Weird, huh?
I mean,
at the same time, it's werewolves.
Yeah, we talked about, I mean, obviously, Joe Dante does a great job, but so much of that, too, from John Sayles' script is really smart.
Yeah.
Like, it
really is.
Got something,
and
it's
took
clever, it's funny, it's,
the crumbs of that novel, and surprisingly, John Sayles was like, oh, you can hammer something out that's actually worth watching.
Yeah.
This seems to really get its inspiration. That's always a problem, is I think that later generations, and here's the old man rant, later generations, it's always a problem with the things that they are inspired by and base on are themselves copies. So, in other words, this feels very influenced by Buffy and Twilight, and it's being influenced by lesser things than better films and so forth. So this feels, and the Sam Raimi thing, at least as far as, some touches of that cartoon high school world, that feels kind of ripped from that as well.
And teenager, like, I have power. I'm a nerd, but now I've got powers.
I mean, again, My Best Friend is a Vampire is
a better movie than this.
It's a better movie than this.
Teen Wolf is a better movie than this.
Teen Wolf is a better movie than this. I want to go to high school with those folks.
Yeah,
the level
those are fun. Those are not like amazing movies, but they're both charming.
Jumping up when I said the tropes, but jumping them up to such an intensity level where you have literal throat slashings and a guy with a 45. The school bully is walking around with like an semi-automatic weapon.
My jaw hit the floor when that guy went and got a piece. Like,
and I'm like, what the fuck? There's like, if you're the school bully, you're gonna throw someone into a locker or whatever. Yeah. But this guy literally slashes a throat and is got a big old piece. Yeah. And you're like, what is going on?
This guy's not only expelled, he's going to jail.
when it's revealed later on that the newcomers to the high school, who all look like they're again 38,
yeah,
when it's revealed, oh, they're part of the werewolf pack or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah, but that's a total Twilight moment, right?
Oh,
when they walk up and
we're
walking in slow motion. We're cool.
By the way, can I just say, I felt really bad for an actress I like a lot.
I think it's the same person I felt really bad for.
How do you pronounce her name?
Ivana Milicevic.
Oh boy, you're good at that.
Well, I've always been a fan of hers. I like her a lot.
She's great. And the first thing I ever saw her in was the TV show Love Monkey. That's how far back that goes.
Yeah.
And she was very funny and very beautiful.
I first saw her on Seinfeld, where she was, I don't know if you remember, once again, you know me, and I've mentioned it on here and other podcasts, my encyclopedic knowledge of Seinfeld. She played Milos's wife, who was the tennis pro at Jerry's tennis club, who was actually bad at tennis. And when Jerry discovered this, he offered his wife up to Jerry to keep his secret that he's bad at tennis. And it was Ivana Milicevic.
I'm sure it's a delightful episode.
It's a very funny episode. It's a very funny episode. Because but that's the thing is like, and then now that she saw me play tennis, I'm not a man to her anymore. Anyway, but she was in Casino Royale, so she's a Bond girl. I was a big fan of Banshee. The crime show.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Loved Banshee.
And naked almost every 5 minutes, but also
there were some mandates from Cinemax, but that was
was a very Cinemax show.
She was a model who actually had acting chops when she made that. And was funny and could so that's the thing. And here she's doing her goddamn best.
She's doing her goddamn best.
She's the best part of this movie, and it's still terrible.
Yeah.
But
I was totally convinced by that wig at the beginning and the baby bump. I was totally convinced.
The wig
wasn't her.
The wig at the beginning is so bad, but it's even worse when they bring it back. And now that when you actually see it on her, like, and you're like, oh my god! And
her husband of what? 15 years or something doesn't recognize the hotter version of her.
Yeah, just because she has long blonde hair now instead of when she had short red hair. Looks totally different.
Is the same.
Yeah,
come on.
My God. Anyway, I also
let's get into the movie. This is just awful.
Can we talk about the poster for a split second?
Because we can.
The poster is obviously trying to echo the first movie, but it does just look like the first movie's poster, but lamer.
What happens is that it's almost like a motion thing, because the first poster is where the claws have made the rip.
Yeah.
This one, the claws have retracted after making the rip, and now the werewolf is peeking in going, hello?
Hello, everybody. Who's in here? Is anyone in here? Hello?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is anyone howling in here?
Is it?
Hello?
Hang on, is it my call time for the new Howling movie? I've been waiting.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So again, it's the ripped poster.
Yeah.
I don't mind them constantly going back to that because there's
a great
iconography.
Design. But this is it's just a more poorly made version of it.
Yes, it's like you could do other things with it, but this is them going like, well, no claws this time, but you see the eye.
This is one of those things where it's like, this is made clearly by someone with a decent control over Photoshop and Illustrator, but is just not exceptional. It's just like, oh yeah, it's all passable work from the graphics designer, right? Like, it's fine. Anyway, and then of course the tagline, full moon, new blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, not that this movie, the other thing about that is Howling Reborn, full moon, new blood. This has nothing really to do with the other Howling movies.
No.
Not in any way that's like stated or
well, obviously all the Howling movies aren't really connected except for the first two, because your sister's a werewolf.
Right, yeah.
But essentially the concept in the first one that was so great was that, the werewolves are their own breed, and they are hiding under the auspices of like a social encounter group, like this kind of very 70s thing where it's like, yeah, we get together at camping retreats. Okay, that's clever.
Yeah.
But by this point, what they're doing with that is the werewolves are basically like the Cullens. It's very Twilight, where they're a pack and there's some sort of big event coming up with a blue moon. Oh, Jesus God.
And that is so vaguely defined in this movie.
And Werewolf Mama is coming back for her 18-year-old son. That's...
And why she waited 18 years? Is there something about his werewolf powers only take form?
By the way, can I just say at the top, I'm still unsure as to... Because this movie tries to do like a big heel turn where it's like, wow, the woman we see at the beginning who's pregnant and has her baby ripped from her and then she's blown up. We find out she's the evil leader of a werewolf clan, and you're like, who stole the kid?
Yeah, that's unclear. Because should I be on their side now?
And does the dad even know? Because she accuses him like, you tried to keep him from us and you didn't prepare him for the life. Does that mean he knew his wife was a werewolf?
He seems pretty surprised by that info, though, when she reveals
he really
it.
does.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Lady, if you survived the blowing up because you're a werewolf, why wouldn't you then just track down your kid and take him back instead of like, I'll just watch him for 18 years and then accuse the guy that raised him of not doing a good job of raising my werewolf son? Why didn't you step in and raise him yourself? Steal him back. What
That's the thing. There's no explanation as to why she's waited these 18 years.
No.
And also, like you're saying, I clearly knew that was Ivana Milicevic at the beginning.
Oh my God.
And so then when she comes back later, I'm like, what is she playing? What is this?
Yep.
And because I thought,
is it another character?
Well, because I did think because the father didn't recognize her, I'm like, well, she obviously can't be the same woman then, because he would have. But nope. Nope.
This movie, I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Controversial statement.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought everything through.
No. Also, this movie in the credits here, because this is written and directed by Joe Nimziki. Nimziki? Anyway.
Yeah. You did a really good job with her name.
Well, because I've seen her in enough stuff and interviews and stuff. I have picked up on the pronunciation. This guy has made, but he did do something I hate in movies: separate single name cards for written by and directed by. No, sir, don't pull that shit. It is written and directed by. That's one card. You don't do two. Fuck off, man.
You do if you're this guy, because he's very proud.
Because this is the only feature film he's directed.
Okay. All right, now you're just being mean.
He has 3 credits, Brendan. One is directing an episode from 1997 of The Outer Limits. Then this. Then a music video.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
End of story. Only screenwriting credit.
Yep.
How did this guy get his hands on the Howling name? Because I mean, that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I
do know, actually.
I've got a theory.
You can we'll keep talking, but I do have his bio here and now I understand.
Okay. But I was about to say, I think if we pool our money, I think for about $300 to $400 we can buy the entire Howling franchise.
Here's the thing.
I think we could launch our own, because apparently it's pretty cheap.
Here's the thing. He was an exec. All right. He was a vice president of Sony Pictures. He was an MGM guy. He was president of Worldwide Marketing at New Line Cinema. So he was a guy who had the clout to be like, but I want to make a movie and I can get the Howling rights cheap, obviously. But clearly doesn't have whatever skills he had that got him work as an executive did not go into actual creative fields then. When he tried to, be a writer-director. Although, and he had to have, I know it's credited to somebody else, but he had to have written this because he mentions his buzzworthy pilot script. It's like, if it was so buzzworthy, why doesn't it exist?
Where's the show?
Yeah. was one of his buzzworthy pilot script, The Kreskin Project, was one of the hottest must-reads around studio executives.
Wow.
Well, that didn't happen, so I don't know, sir. And based on his writing in this, I can't imagine it's great.
No.
The Kreskin Project.
That sounds like an awesome title. So I'm already buzzing about it.
If it's a biopic about the amazing Kreskin, I'm on board. I'm 100% on board.
This is a guy who clearly knows his way around writing a riveting tale of werewolves.
Actually,
werewolfery.
Here's a better movie to watch that I kind of do like. Have you seen the movie where John Malkovich basically plays the amazing Kreskin?
No. What is that?
The Great Buck Howard, it's called, and it's based.
Oh.
It's him and Colin Hanks and Tom
right.
Hanks.
Yes, I remember hearing about it.
It's a cute movie. It's written and directed by a guy who actually was the amazing Kreskin's assistant and wrote this fictionalized account of it. It's a charming little movie. It's a little indie comedy, and of course Malkovich as a mentalist. It's just great. It's great, and there's some very funny Tom Hanks stuff in there. Believe it or not, Tom Hanks very charming in it.
Oh.
And Colin too. I do really like Colin Hanks as well. Anyway, watch that.
I love Colin Hanks too.
Yeah.
That's a nepo baby I fully support.
100%. Who's complaining about another Tom Hanks out there?
I don't think anyone is.
We need more of that. Anyway, this movie does the thing where it's like, we're gonna kind of start where you knew that the old Howling ended with this guy's video about I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened to me. He's talking directly to camera. And he does
trying so hard right off the top.
I did write down because he's like, why am I telling you this? And then the last line before we go back to the beginning is, because you're the one who's going to have to kill me.
Yeah, it's like you're going to see something. The monsters are real. And also, it'll be up to you to stop me because I'm going to turn into a monster right now. And I'm going, oh, okay. And we're already there.
We're doing the end of the Howling. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a real sign of quality is Anchor Bay Entertainment presents.
Yes.
This is far from our first Anchor Bay movie on this show.
Anchor Bay both has there are even things that I respect about Troma, though not a lot. Mm-hmm. But Anchor Bay is one of those things where their whole mission seems to be to pick up some good titles to release, cult classic-y things.
Yep.
And I would say for every priceless thing they've done, and I think they were your source for the Evil Dead for a long time.
I think I mentioned that before. I don't know if they still are, but yeah, for a while, my Evil Dead Blu-rays were Anchor Bay Blu-rays for sure.
So they've earned their place in heaven. But for every worthy thing they've promoted or released, there's easily 15 that are awful. So.
I'm looking at their IMDb page for Anchor Bay of the stuff they made, not the stuff they released on home video. Once again, they were the American distributor of Battle Royale, which is a great movie, but they didn't make that.
Yeah.
That was a Japanese film they just brought to the U.S. Yes. I'm still scrolling to see if I like any of these movies.
Do I like anything you've done? Anything?
They have a couple of okay movies, is what I would say at best. I liked Happy nice. Thank You More Please. That was a good indie film from Josh Radnor from How I Met Your Mother that nobody saw except me. But
you're the only one.
That one's pretty good.
All right.
No, though, is the answer. It's all movies at about this level, slightly above no budget.
Yes.
Right? That's the thing about this movie isn't we've seen, and some of the other Howling movies have been this, no money. This movie has a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Which you can tell that they spent most of on that Echo and the Bunnymen song.
Because there's nothing. Especially with the green screen, which is so egregious. Yeah. There's even a green screen moment that I can't believe is a green screen moment, where he's in the library and he has this big shouting no thing. they're just the green screen the library behind them.
Clearly, didn't get that shot on the day and had to get
that's exactly
that's a total
it. They're
pickup,
just
right?
take a still that we got from the library and we'll green screen it in, and you'll just stand there going, no, and it's not even like a swooping crane shot. It's just a medium head and shoulder shot. Green screen. It's so embarrassing. Okay.
Yeah. And like we're saying, like where some of the money went, these are working actors. They're not stars. But they're working like TV. So like that's once again a step up on some of the shit we've seen.
Isn't the girl from one of those popular things like Gossip Girl? Or...
which one was she on? I think she was on Pretty Little Liars.
Oh
maybe?
Yes, Pretty Little Liars. There you go.
I remember her weirdly, and nobody.
I don't remember her at
this.
all.
The thing I had seen her in was the TV version of 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh.
She played the Julia Stiles part in the 10 Things I Hate About You show that I mostly remember from being the first place I saw Ethan Peck, who now plays Spock on Strange New Worlds. He was the Heath Ledger part.
Wow.
And weirdly, the two guys actually took off from it because the guy playing the Joseph Gordon-Levitt lovable nerd role is cousin Greg from Succession.
Oh, great.
So, I mean, they actually... the thing I will say about that show, they clearly did have some view of like, oh, these guys are good. They just they were in the 10 Things I Hate About You TV show.
I don't find this... I mean, she's okay.
I think she's fine.
And she continues to work.
Yeah, I think she's fine. I mean, she's the thing I do like about her casting in this, and I guess probably why she was Julia Stiles, she's pretty in the way the girl you have a crush on high school is pretty. She doesn't look like a model.
That's kind of true.
She's very cute. True. She seems approachable in a way that's, you know.
Yeah. But here's the thing with this movie.
She also doesn't look
45
in this either.
Yeah, we'll get into it, but this movie clearly keeps trying to gotcha.
Yeah.
As in, like, you thought this, yeah,
you really are led to think she's a werewolf.
But it's so club-footedly done that it's just an arbitrary turn where, yes, she is mysterious and seems really kind of dark and dangerous for a long time. And so you're like, ooh, she must be part of the werewolf conspiracy or one of the werewolves.
Yeah.
And then immediately we find out pretty quickly, nope.
And then
she's just the high school girl.
Once that reveal is, then she has to completely change her performance.
That's the thing, is that there's no organic segue into a different version of her she's not a helpless damsel in distress, but she's just along for the ride and then she's suddenly very sensitive.
Yeah.
How could this woman that we see in the second half of the movie have ever dated the psychotic Austrian or whatever the hell he's supposed to be?
Who keeps a knife and gun in his locker at all times, apparently.
Who is homicidal.
Yeah.
It's not just he's a high school bully. He's homicidal.
Well, that's the thing is when he... Well, okay, we'll get there. We'll get there to the gun thing. But just the way that it's just like, I'll just go get my gun like it's a normal thing to do. Anyway.
Now, I just need to say our lead is named Landon LeBoiron.
It's not a great name. I think that's gonna hurt your acting career. I'm not gonna.
But I will say this: he's a handsome guy, and he also has worked quite a bit.
And he's
played a werewolf twice.
Yep.
And I do love the fact that his first name is Landon.
Yeah.
And Michael Landon was a teenage werewolf. So this man was born to be a werewolf.
Also, I'm a big fan of Christopher Landon, Michael Landon's son, who is a horror movie director now.
Oh, what has he done?
He did the Happy Death Day movies, and he did Freaky with Vince Vaughn. He does a lot
at the very least, I have heard of those, so good on him.
He does a lot of sort of like tongue-in-cheek comedy horror.
But still, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I always liked Michael Landon.
Yeah.
But I Was a Teenage Werewolf is one we probably should have watched.
Well, that was due to the format of the show, as we've talked about.
I know.
Some stuff got lost in the shuffle. I'll just say this nice thing about Christopher Landon, openly gay, said his father never had a problem with that.
That's awesome.
And I'm just
and actually, I got to say, generally speaking, I can't see a lot of people in Hollywood having, even the most conservative folks in Hollywood, I can't see a lot of them having a problem with gay lifestyles, or because I'm sitting there going like, I'm sorry,
tough.
You're in an industry
very tough, to be in the performing
It's like,
arts.
how are you going to work in the entertainment industry and have a problem with that?
Yeah.
But it does speak to Michael Landon was probably a completely decent, awesome guy, and I watched every episode of Little House on the Prairie. And I turned out just fine. Anyway, not so much Touched by an Angel. Not so much.
Well, Highway to Heaven was a...
Oh, sorry. Yes, Highway to Heaven. Thank you. Not Touched by an Angel. That was the one.
Yes, but I will say... I thought you were saying the Touched by an Angel thing. I was going to say Highway to Heaven was a little bit more palatable to a non-religious audience than Touched by an Angel. I thought.
Well, but Della Reese was in Touched by an Angel.
Yeah.
So it's an apples and oranges. But yes, Michael Landon wandering around helping people because he's an angel.
I always love the...
and then it always ends with him with his thumb out at the end.
Yeah.
And I remember him and Bill Bixby having a big problem with that.
Who could forget that legendary fight between the two of them when Bixby and Landon came to blows?
I would watch that act.
This guy, I think, is fine. This is one of those things where
fine.
It's like nobody would have been good in this. So I think he's doing. I think pretty much the acting is not my problem here necessarily.
No, it's what they're given to.
To
say.
I don't feel like anybody could have really elevated this material any better.
Really, we're talking about main characters. There's really only about 3.
Yeah, that actually matter.
Maybe 4 if you include the best friend.
And the best friend is a guy I know. Because
I don't know him, but I thought he did well with bad stuff. He's given shit to say.
He was on Supergirl, is why I know him.
Was
he played Brainiac 5 on Supergirl from the Legion of Superheroes. Yes.
Was he green?
Like a lot of stuff on the CW, he could switch back and forth.
God damn it!
That's like their Martian Manhunter too. Like, but it was always I always got the thing like Martian Manhunter was like, oh yeah, he can be Martian Manhunter sometimes, but that's expensive, you guys.
And on Supergirl, did they hook up?
There was some flirtation there.
You have to. Yeah. It's a famous DC romance. Just getting that out of the way. All right.
Well, yeah, but I will say there were times when he looked like what you wanted him to look like. And that was always what all of the CW shows were always good about that. It's like, we're going to give you the iconography, but we can only afford it some of the time.
But anyway, I mean, based on his performance here, I'm sure I think he was a fine Brainiac.
I thought he was great on there. I was actually excited to see him in this because I was like, well, I know that guy's a good actor, and yeah, he does the best he can with a totally throwaway part of I'm the nerdy friend who knows about werewolves.
Oh, jeez, it's so clumsily, awfully done. He just provides the the scream, I'm the guy who's going to lay down the rules thing and die. And you're like, why didn't he, as a pop culture knowledgeable guy, go, I'm Jamie Kennedy from Scream. Why didn't he just say it?
Because no one wants to cop to being Jamie Kennedy. Not even Jamie Kennedy. That's why.
You won the award today, sir. And speaking of how much I don't want to talk about this movie, are you going to rush out and buy Kino Lorber's Hard Target 4K Ultra HD? It's on sale.
I already have it.
Or Sudden Death.
I Sudden Death is the one I'm going to get because I already.
You already have Hard Target.
I already have the Kino
Just wanted to make
4K
sure
of Hard Target because
This may indicate that while talking about this movie that I didn't enjoy, I may be looking at other websites. All right, moving on.
I'm always shopping on. Keep in mind, I'm always shopping on Kino Lorber while we're doing this. So.
They're great. They're absolutely great.
Yeah.
And when are they doing this one? When are they doing a real nice 4K?
Hey guys, when are you doing your
some commentary by guy, whatever his name is, who wrote and directed
Nimsky.
Joe Nimzicki.
Joe Nimzicki. Still waiting on that follow-up feature. Where's his sophomore effort as a auteur?
Where's that buzz?
All right. So as we talked about, we get this beginning where and the other thing that's weird about it is but the little flashback to pregnant Ivana Milicevic. The weird thing about it, she's also leaving a message for her husband, like, I don't know, I'm just really worried, I'm scared. And then there's like a POV of a creature following her. And for a split second, I thought this was all she was going to be in the movie. I thought, wow, they got like a somewhat name for 2 seconds.
The character of Will, the lead, is doing this. It's really confusingly, of course, laid out. But he's doing
in this movie, no.
He's doing a bracket. So he's doing I'm talking to this camera, and I'm secretly towards the end of the movie.
Yes.
So I'm doing this framing device, talking about, oh yeah, it turns out monsters are real, and I'm one of them. Then we get a sort of flashback thing, which is not Will telling us about it. He's talking about every time it's a voiceover, they're trying to be like, yeah, what the illusion of free choice, and you know what, today's society cut people, I mean, whatever. It's all nonsense. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's half-heartedly.
Yes,
acting like it's building themes, you know.
We're seeing a beautiful woman with a very unconvincing stringy wig and a beret and glasses, who are like, oh no, I know who she is. I saw her on Love Monkey. But she's walking around with a big fake pregnant belly.
The thing that's always, she's one of those people where it's like, I don't know, she's too beautiful. Like, she's otherworld. It's like her in a Bond movie makes sense, right? It's like, this is a woman that's not, you don't see a woman that looks like her walk down the street.
And it is why she was a perfect Bond woman, and why she possibly needed a much bigger part, actually, is simply because
it is unfortunate.
She is the perfect, where she's extremely beautiful, but her beauty is extremely European.
Yep.
And obviously from her name, she's probably Russian.
She's Bosnian.
Okay. Yeah. But it is a distinct look, and you just go, bang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
No,
she's unmistakable.
She has the unfortunate role in Casino Royale, for people to remember, of the first Bond girl that gets killed. You know, the one that died, that he sleeps with.
Yeah, the one at the beginning. Yes.
Yeah. Found dead, wrapped up in a hammock, if you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a nice thing.
It's not nice. So it makes Bond very mad.
It makes him so mad.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to kick back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's the deal. She's walking, and we hear her leaving voice messages.
Yes.
Multiples.
Yes.
Apparently for a husband.
I think
and
she's like, yeah.
It's like, I'm going to be home a little late. I'm going to the gallery. My latest work is very dark. I'm going into a dark place, and I'm so...
Yeah, also, her painting never comes back, except for the kid is an artist, I guess, is what we're supposed to think.
And
not that actually matters really anyway either.
And I have to get to her painting. Anyway, so she is pregnant. She goes to the gallery, and we keep getting black and white POV shots that sound first like a guy heavy breathing, and over those shots, the voice changes and sounds more like a beast.
Yeah.
But it's also broad daylight. So anyway, she goes into her gallery, and she's painting. I love it that her painting is a circle.
Yeah.
It's a white canvas, and she's painting a red circle.
That's how it starts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that show. That's going to startle some people.
Yeah.
And then we'll also find out that the red circle is a meaningless symbol that will show up a couple of times in the movie and provide no.
Well, that's the whole movie, right? It's just, it feels like this guy, this Nizimski or Nimziki, his whole thing is he understands movies have themes and images, but he has no thing about like, oh, but they have to mean something.
Yeah,
he just keeps putting things in the movie.
Also, it should be made clear, though hopefully not in just a exposition dump.
Yeah,
it should be made clear what it means to the characters in the world, not just symbolically. And in the characters in the world, it's never commented on. There are tattoos. The red circle shows up a couple places. Blood in a circle,
right? Like, the whole movie is just like whatever.
And the circle, what is that supposed to be, a moon? Well, then make that explicit, but it doesn't. Anyway, so
and also shouldn't it have been a blue circle for the blue moon then?
Oh, you're blowing my mind. Stop it. So, so while she's in the gallery and we still hear the voicemails, she's attacked by a beast, and she's like, ah! And we don't see the beast. And then the beast somehow is pulling the whole place down, including she gets trapped under some kind of girding.
Well, the thing is, the beast leaps onto the girder then falls onto her.
Falls onto her. That's right.
Classic werewolf
and
move.
Then she goes, "My baby, not my baby," and the baby is ripped from her belly, or at least her belly gets ripped. And
Did you laugh? I did. When the claw mark on her belly and the little baby hand came out.
I loved it. Are you kidding? I didn't laugh. I thought that was poetic.
You know the filmmakers were like, that's going to fuck people up, man.
Yeah. This is like, we've already got them. Yeah. We're only 4 minutes in and they are
People are going to be talking about that forever. I'm seeing it in my dreams, man.
And it is a disgusting idea, but I'd say...
But it's just so... it looks so silly. Yeah. So good.
Alien Prometheus has a much more disturbing baby out of the gut scene. Anyway,
I mean, every Alien movie has a better version of this, right?
Yes. But then, then we cut to the exterior of the gallery, and this is hard to even understand.
I laughed at this too.
Bombs.
Yeah,
the place blows up.
I mean, look, I watch enough dumb action movies that I'm like, oh, thing blowing up for no reason? Yeah, that's par for the course in a movie.
Yeah, and again, you yourself knew exactly which file they used from After Effects.
Well, I will say, there's a lot of stuff in this movie that does have that, like, oh, that was pre-programmed. I feel like the whole color filter, we often talk about filters, they just found the Twilight filter in Premiere.
They did. There's a lot of steely blue nonsense in this.
There's a lot of, I was wondering if this was setting you off again.
Silvery.
Your hatred of color filters, this really...
It's and this also keeps trying to give us werewolf POV, which goes black and white, and then we'll bounce back to here, and then the school itself will be brightly, flatly, digitally color.
Yeah,
and it's just anyway.
No, and it's all clumsily done in a way that it's clearly just like a click, add filter, and move on.
Yes,
that's the whole movie.
Now, when the gallery blows up, and you're like, oh shit, they stole her baby and blew her up.
Yeah,
they then do a cut back to her lying under the girders, and I'm sitting there going, so did the place blow up around her? I'm just like, editing wise, that's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Should
we make it clear she was in there, you guys?
So we're cutting back to her, and she's not burning or anything. I'm like, well, that explosion. Anyway,
it's a huge explosion. It would have engulfed everything.
So Will is a nerd, we're told, and again, he is the male version of Rachel Lee Cook from She's All That.
He'd be a lot prettier without his glasses.
Because he's a handsome kid who wears glasses,
and he's not. But the thing I like is the glasses they chose for him are like pretty stylish, minimalist glasses. They're not.
And
even
also, his hair is modernly styled, as in of that time period, he would have still had a hip hairstyle.
They didn't do anything to make him seem nerdy.
Except for the way he's acting. He's like, oh, I'm just so nervous around girls. I only have the one friend.
Boy.
And you're like, yeah, I'm such a nerd. And you're like, not buying it, pal.
And his friend is also supposed to be super nerdy, but he's also pretty good looking.
Again, Tobey Maguire, because he's a really good actor, but also Tobey Maguire, not traditionally incredibly handsome.
Yeah.
His Peter Parker, you did buy. You just bought him as like, oh yeah, you are the nerd.
They did the thing in that movie where they did have him shriveled down, scrawny, and
right,
then get
exactly.
muscly.
And then you see him all suddenly. Peter doesn't need his glasses anymore, and people are going,
but like, there's an
different about
physical
you.
transformation.
You're crazy jacked.
He's got muscles, and I actually
But this guy is already extremely fit.
I was gonna say I do really like the kind of ripped Tobey Maguire became in that movie. Felt really right for he was still very lithe.
Well,
anyway,
I think they across all the Spider-Men, they've always kept him a trim, athletically built guy, which is what you need to do with Spider-Man.
Once again, hot take, that Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie is really good.
Spider-Man 2
are both amazing
masterpieces,
incredible. Some of the best superhero movies.
Even where they do some things wrong, I still love it.
Yeah. And parts of 3 are still actually really good, but other
parts of 3 are good.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this movie. Yeah, so he's at school and his friend is first off we get this scene. It's because I guess he's graduating. I don't remember doing one of these. Maybe it's just because this is like a prep school or something. His exit interview to graduate.
Jesus God.
And it's all just the counselor going like, you seem like a smart kid, but you're unremarkable, and I've never heard.
You know what I
about
love is that because this is apparently a very small and private high school, it seems to be in a castle-like structure or manor house.
Yeah,
and
it's
also
the Xavier School.
This isn't a counselor. This is the principal. So the principal is the counselor. And
well, because also when you see the halls, because of the low budget, there's like 6 kids that go to this school. Period.
And there's only one security guard who seems to be there 24 hours a day.
Did you think of our friend Mike?
He's there in the.
Did you think of our friend and co-host, freaking co-host Mike Gergoni at all during this? Because
there was a little bit of Gergoni,
Mike
but
Gergoni
also because of
is the head of security at a private school here in Portland. So
oh yes,
that's what I was thinking.
Because of the way this guy is built, I kept thinking, I was sitting going, Is this like Will Sasso on a day off here? Is this needed the work, or
this is Wish.com Will Sasso, no question.
Is this Ethan Suplee or?
Well, those are the guys they would try to get, and they would be like, no.
Yeah, and then they end up with this dude. But anyway, so
now we're stuck
the
with this
exit
guy.
interview is basically this guy who, I'm sorry, but even if you're a big nerd, if you are on some sort of academic team, because he was on the debate team and they won the silver. Oh, every time they bring up silver, all you can sit there going is like, set up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you won. I mean, the guy.
And,
I was gonna say the guy might as well have been like, but you only won the silver.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
and then the way they put the logo, they literally just put like the word up on the screen like it was Electric Company.
Yes,
I was like,
it
wow.
came out of his mouth. Each like silver.
It did indeed.
But
well,
and he
so
also
he basically tells
he's
this kid
shitty about that too, right? Because he's like,
This
I bet that really upset you. How disappointing! Only silver.
Yeah, and
like,
this guy would have been fired long ago because he tells this kid, I've never noticed you ever.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit. You might have thought to yourself, there's that nerd, but there's no way this guy would have just been under the radar for 4 years.
Especially if he was on the debate team. That I don't know.
Yes.
Silver's pretty good. What was that? I mean, did he say regional, national, whatever? There were probably a lot of people.
Silver's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's just like,
so this guy basically says like, yeah, I haven't noticed you. Good luck. You are unexceptional.
And doesn't he say something about like, I don't see a lot of future for you? Like he basically implies it's just like,
He's
you're going nowhere, kid. Get out of here.
Yeah, the way most people who are at the top of their classes and highly intelligent will go nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also
maybe say something like that to the kid who's walking around with the fucking Bowie knife and the armaments.
The kid who should be in jail by all.
The kid who should be in federal prison.
A post-Columbine world, and he's just walking around with weapons. Are you kidding me? When he grabbed that gun, I did go, what did I miss?
And we get voiceover. We get voiceover through most of this movie. Will going like, yeah, I'm really not exceptional. I really am just a nerd, and my only friend is this guy who's a media
It's literally
nerd.
The last 2 days of school. Did they ever say what his plans are? Because he 100% seems like, is he planning to like go to art school or something? They never say.
No, they never say what his goals are. The only person we hear about their goals is the best friend who's going to be the next Spielberg. It's always there.
But
anytime they have someone that's like a movie nerd in a movie, they're like, I'm going to be the next Spielberg. Great.
Yeah.
Good.
I probably said that when I was 12.
And he zooms up to his best friend going like, dude, just one more day and we're out of here. And the second that we graduate, here's the thing. I've set this thing up.
Yeah.
I'm going to use all my tech know-how, and I'm breaking into the local TV frequency to do and you're thinking
like the fucking Joker,
Well, yes, but I'm also thinking about the real life, the Max Headroom thing that happened in Chicago back in the 80s. So I'm like, it's going to be this masterful prank, or it's going to be him like going, fuck that school, I'm outie. Instead, he's like, I'm going to use it to promote a movie I haven't even given a name yet, because I'm going to make a great
untitled horror masterpiece or whatever it is.
I'm going to take over local television for a few minutes to pump a movie that doesn't exist yet is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in a movie.
Sort of thing where it's like, okay, so this kid's an idiot. Got it.
Yeah. But also you're thinking, this is a very clumsy way. You immediately go, so that's where, because he's not a newscaster like D.
Wallace,
D. Wallace was, and you're like, okay, this is how we're gonna have him broadcast werewolves are real. Got it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
and
like,
then
we've
while
seen
they're
that
at the
broadcast
lockers
already.
While they're at the lockers talking, he looks over at the hot chick, or the chick he has the crush on, and she's
Lindsay Shaw is the actress's name.
Lindsay Shaw, and she's in
Ileana, which I did also think was a weird, like, why did they give her such a like exotic foreign name?
Because that probably is part of their like sleight of hand to try to fool you. I guess that's the idea,
because it does seem like she's supposed to be like the girl next door. But yeah, that's right. You're right that it is supposed to be.
And weirdly, her features, her facial features, and so forth, she does look like she could be related to what's her name from the very first movie.
Yeah. I know you're talking.
The one who played Marsha, or whatever her name was, the werewolf lady.
Yeah, she does actually have a similar look.
Yeah, I'm like the kind of pug nose, kind of, but cute kind of thing. But anyway, the dark hair.
Yeah.
So
no, I totally see that. Yeah.
He's looking at her, and she's surrounded by jocks.
Yeah.
And the best friend's like, you have one day left, man, before we graduate. Why don't you go tell her what you think? Yeah. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Brooks from the first
Elizabeth Brooks, yes, thank you.
Yeah, she does have
the one who didn't want to get naked and then got very naked.
Because they told her that was not good.
Yeah, that's not good filmmaking.
Don't do that to people.
Yeah,
that's
don't
not
say
nice.
They won't be able to see anything.
By the way, everybody said they weren't getting naked in this movie. It was very clear.
Yeah, though this is still rated R, and I guess it's because of the violence.
Yeah, which actually, but isn't.
There are 2 sex scenes which are fully clothed.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah. Because this is not a premium cable show with good writing.
No.
I just like that. This is not a woman who's like, I'm against nudity. It's just like, not in.
No, she's been naked a lot.
Not in bullshit, though.
Yeah, she's like, no, you're not getting that.
Yeah.
But I will hop up on a bunch of lockers and crawl like a dog lady.
Oh, that was where I was like, oh, no.
But again,
woman.
She's giving it 110%.
Hey,
okay,
yeah, she's doing what we like, where people just are all in. Anyway,
So anyway, he's like, go talk to her. You got a day left to tell her how you feel about her.
You got nothing left to lose, man. I mean, this is classic high school movie stuff.
But I can't. She doesn't know I exist.
And also,
then,
apparently, she has been going out with a psychopath.
Yes, because Psychopath comes over, and while she's being cool about, I think Nerd Boy's looking at me, she doesn't make eye contact. Instead, it's psychopathically bullyish jock boyfriend looks immediately at Will. And the second she kind of walks off, he throws him up against the lockers.
Yeah.
Typical bully stuff. Is like, yeah, just get it out of your head that anything's ever going to happen. She's mine.
And to prove it to you,
to graduate. He's never even talked to her. What is the fucking deal here? And then he pulls a knife.
It is such a movie thing, the idea about, like, are you looking at my girl? I'm sure there are guys who are roided out enough to do that. Yes. I've never really witnessed anyone that hostile, especially not in, like, not in the middle of I don't remember anybody just starting shit in the middle of passing in high school.
If it had been an ongoing thing, this is the level it would have gotten to. If he was known for stalking, harassing, or just staring lustfully at this woman, perhaps a boyfriend who's a little overzealous would go.
Roland is this character, I think.
Yeah. If he said, "How many times do I have to tell you?"
Yeah.
Then you could
We've
say,
had
all
this
right.
conversation before.
But this guy not only throws him against the locker, he full on slashes his throat.
Yeah, he just slices his throat open. Yeah,
they treat it like he nicked him.
Yeah,
but the makeup looks like it got very close to the carotid artery.
Yeah,
he walks through the rest of his day at school with a full on Friday the 13th slash across his neck.
Wasn't it weird that they chose a French actor for this part?
Yes, it is very weird.
I mean, like, the guy could have been French, but it almost feels like more needs to be addressed about why this guy is French. Or I just was so distracted by, like, I'm like, wait, what's this accent?
You could say that if this is some sort of, like, prep school, and she seems to be dressed in, like, a school uniform, but she's the only one.
Yeah, no one else
so you're like, what?
That's weird.
She's in, like, a schoolgirl outfit for the whole movie, and no one's complaining. But at the same time,
especially
you're
not
like,
not the 40-year-old men who rented this.
No,
I like this movie.
But yeah, so you could say these are all like rich kids, and a lot of them may be sons of like ambassadors.
But the movie needs to say that then.
Whatever, international business people.
That's all part of the problem with this movie, which is they've done no work on any of the details.
Nope.
So it is just
Roland, the asshole psychotic boyfriend, is a French guy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, even the gun might have made more sense if he was like a rich kid and he went home and got dad's gun. But instead, he just has a gun. And he's just like,
so all the
like
stuff
we all do.
That's happening here is setting up.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, all of this is...
There's also the thing with the pack coming in.
Yeah.
And they are also jockish and clearly much older. They walk in slow-mo. And then I think it's the best friend or something like going, dude, who even transfers to a new school like a month before it graduation?
Yeah, I think he said a week.
A week, yeah.
Which is
and it's not
even
they're
more
not
insane.
Family, like in Twilight. So how could a random group of kids who aren't related?
And also,
what the fuck is this movie?
What did it matter?
What did it matter?
Like,
I mean, the mom is watching over her son, has for 18 years. She doesn't need to send in the rest of her pack.
Like, the rest of the pack could have just showed up with her. I don't know what once again, they're all there to throw us off. We're to think the students are werewolves.
Yes.
And it's the thing. But then, okay, so...
sorry, I did skip the thing that... Is this already in the scene where Hottie does talk to Will,
because she
basically saying like
she was like, hey, leave him alone, and the French guy books it off, and then she looks in his notebook and it's all drawings of her, really detailed, specific, some of them in fantasy situations, and she's like, hey, that's cool.
I know.
Which is like, that's never happened. A
very real world reaction.
That's never happened. We
find out that apparently she's had this crush on him for a long time. So maybe that's where she's more forgiving of, you've just been drawing me for years.
It is one of those things that's so dumb, though. I mean,
and she'll later on say, I knew you'd been drawing me.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was so attracted to is you were drawing the me I wish I was.
Yeah. Paint me like one of your French girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Paint me like one of my French boyfriends. Yeah. What? No.
No, but the most disturbing part of this, though, she goes, I want this drawing. Will you sign it for me? And then she puts his finger in his open neck wound to sign in blood. Because once again, it's all red herring shit to make us think that she's a werewolf.
Oh my God, she is so intense.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then she goes...
That doesn't jibe at all with her character later, as we're saying.
Nope.
So, yeah.
Nope. And then here she's like, hey, there's a rave tonight.
Yeah, then gives him this flyer,
It's like, I know you don't do these things normally, but I'm going to be there, and you should come. So she gives him the flyer.
Which I love also, what a cool rave that has a printed out flyer where they've done like graphic design for it and stuff too.
It's such a cool rave. A lot of the dancing is happening in an empty swimming pool.
Yeah, that's also just like, this is what we had available, right?
Jesus Christ, this movie.
Yeah, so anyway.
Which seems to be on school grounds because, again, security guard who never goes home.
No.
is there
because they have to
breaking it up.
Once everyone leaves, we have to see him activate like night mode on the security system.
Lord. He has this layout map thing, and he just hits a button, and then it goes like school locked or school unlocked.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway, so he goes home.
Will does.
Yes. Will goes home where his dad has a cake for him because it's his birthday.
Yeah.
But then his sad sack father is
Holy
like,
shit.
happy birthday,
Holy
son.
shit.
I miss your mom so much.
Here's the thing. It has been 18 years.
Yeah.
Literally the entire span of this. And I'm not saying that grief is easy or goes away.
But he is so raw here.
But he's sad from the first moment to his tragic death. Even when he's having sex, he seems sad. God, yeah. But anyway, so
they do make it seem like when she's hitting on him and they like go out, him and Ivana Milicevic, that he has never been out since she died, which is, I mean, that's unhealthy levels of grief.
I just don't want to screw this up.
Yeah,
because I'm the
first
shattered man
in 18 years. Which once again,
Will's birthday party is just Dad, a cake, and then Dad saying, "You see this couch?
Yeah,
I remember when your mom was alive. she would join me on this couch. She would." And I started getting uncomfortable. I was like, where's the story going? She would sit next to me, then she'd lay her head in my lap. I'm like, please don't bring up a blowjob.
She doesn't sit my jeans. My God. Dad, stop.
And then she would stroke me. No, then we would talk about, what do you think our boy's going to be like?
Yeah. You would think
this is the worst birthday.
It is just like, no wonder he wants to go to the fucking rave. Anything is better than this. My God.
Dad, I'm going to go to a rave with some werewolves. Is that cool?
A better filmmaker would have played this more wistful, right? Where it's just like, I just wish your mom could see you.
Yes.
Yeah, like that thing. Instead, he's like, oh, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there could have been a show of like, oh, man, I'm so proud of you. You're awesome. And then a moment of, I just wish your mom had been here.
Because it does.
And it's like, that's okay, Dad. It's enough that we're here together. Great. Moving on.
It does make you think. It's like, God, has this kid's life been 18 years of this?
18 years of
Oh, God.
I remember when your mom and I would eat macaroni and cheese like we have right now.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what she used to do? She would lay down on the couch and she would pour macaroni and cheese in my lap.
Yeah, it's just like it's just everything like this. I remember,
like, Dad, I don't want to hear about you and Mom on the couch anymore.
Yeah. I remember once when she ate a muffin. Oh, okay, all right. God.
It was on that couch. Shut up, Dad. Shut up about the couch.
Yeah, it is just like, God damn it, man. You need seek help, sir. This guy needs treatment. I mean, my God.
He plays pathetic.
Yeah.
Really well,
so anyway, he's like, and then he goes from this because his dad is talking about this. He goes and Googles an article about his mom's death. I just need to remember how Mom died. And what is it? Is this to remind the audience in case we forgot that death we saw at the beginning?
Actually,
this is him.
The movie had not really connected that weird flashback to Will at all.
Not expressly.
It left us up to sit there going like, this guy just has a dad. Could he be the kid that was ripped out of the bed?
Well, that's the thing. Obviously. I thought is like, this is one where I think you could let the audience know. Like, I think you could give the audience some credit of us going like, well, obviously, why else would you be showing that? Although
this is so poorly written. It also starts with him when they, when he's getting dropped off at school. Before that, when he's having breakfast with his weepy dad, he has a very big article up on the laptop about Blue Moon tonight or next 2 nights.
I remember your mom ate cereal.
I remember your mom ate cereal. What are you looking at? Weather report about the moon? Your mom loved the moon. Shut the fuck up.
This guy is just a raw nerve, man. He's just, oh, God.
I'm going to call Child Protective Services on behalf of an 18-year-old werewolf kid because that's no way to live.
No, but then, once again, because no shit, he doesn't want to stay there. He's like, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to the place that's on this flyer.
You should have a life. Yeah. Enjoy.
My life ended when your mom died.
Now, I will say, again, if that was your wife. That's going to be hard to bounce back from.
But
because beautiful woman.
18 years later, though.
18 years.
You should at least have made some level of peace with it.
Nope.
Of course, like we're saying, we're not here to make fun of grief, but it does feel like that is entering a mental health crisis if 18 years later you are that fragile.
And it does play, if you're watching this particular shitty movie, it just plays as comedy.
Yeah.
I every time
I will say, I said
there,
I don't have a problem with the acting, and some of it is the choice, but like he is not great, right? Like I will say he's probably the worst actor in this thing.
I will say you don't see him a lot, so that's okay.
But I will say he has a great name because the guy who plays his dad is named Frank Scorpion. So I will say that's pretty awesome, actually.
Wait, wasn't that Homer's boss for a while? No, that's Hank Scorpio.
Hank Scorpio, of course, played by the great Albert Brooks.
You ever see a guy say goodbye to his shoe?
Yeah. You want my shoes? Here, have them. You can have them. Homer, if you could just, you're a great guy. If you just do me a favor, kill a couple people on the way out, that'd help me a lot.
If you just kill a couple people on your way out, that'd be great.
Oh my God. Probably
he like only showed up a couple times in The Simpsons, and both were total bangers early on. Because again,
and
him
the movie,
is the French.
He's the villain in the Simpsons movie, which is great. He's Russ Cargill of the EPA, and it's great.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if you know, because once again, somebody poked the bear by bringing up The Simpsons. But he returned a couple seasons ago as the French bowling character he played.
Oh, really? They brought him back?
They brought back that guy like 30 years later. It was great.
Did he try to woo Marge yet again?
Yes. I mean, it basically is Homer finds out about that, right? Because Homer never.
Oh.
And so it is like, hey, Marge, which is great.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, but probably my favorite of his is Hank Scorpio, because obviously as a Bond fan, I love that.
Oh my God, it's one of the funniest things
ever.
It's
one of the best episodes. Homer just wants to, my dream's always been to own the Dallas Cowboys. And at the end, as a gift, he's like, it's not quite the Dallas Cowboys, but it's a start. He's like, oh, the Denver Broncos.
The idea that the world's best boss would be a Bond villain is just so fucking
He's
funny.
the nicest guy in the world, except he wants to rule the world. It's so funny. Anyway, go watch literally anything other than this, including basically any Simpsons episode over this. So anyway, he goes there, and this kid's a nerd. He's never been to a cool party. And this party's so cool that some drug dealer puts a mysterious pill on a girl's tongue and has her kiss Will so he gets that pill. And what that drug is? Unclear.
It's
a white tablet.
He fully gives into peer pressure, so good on him.
And hey, great work from Erica Deutschman as pill-popping party girl.
Yeah.
Is actually what she's credited as.
She's crazy high, but she's hot. And so when I tell you to kiss random girl that has a drug on her tongue, do it!
By the way, this movie clearly shot in Canada, obviously. So all these people we're talking about, like the father, like pill-popping party girl, they've all worked, and it's all in like Hallmark shit or cable stuff that shoots in Canada.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the pill-popping party
girl.
There's
a lot of Hallmark romance stuff on everybody's resume.
Yeah, pill-popping party girl has so many Hallmark movies on her credit. On her IMDb.
And you know what? That's money. That's money in the bank.
I've legitimately thought about, should I just like move to Vancouver and just be?
Yep.
I could probably get a lot of work up there.
Yep.
And
also feel free to start writing about a busy businesswoman and how she's forgotten the meaning of Christmas and then meets I've also thought a handsome tree farmer.
I have thought about that too. How do you get into that? Because that is not. That probably pays decently, and it's at least consistent.
It seems like a bottomless well.
Right? It just and that doesn't seem like they'd be that hard to write those.
No. It is the formula of formula.
Yeah, so it's just like it basically is just like a Mad Lib, right? Put name, job title.
John, we're 2 hours into this.
Sorry, yeah.
And we don't want to talk about this
movie. So anyway, he meets up with this is also classic movie nerd bullshit that pisses me off. He meets up with the girl he has a crush on. She's like, I'm so glad you're here. Come dance with me. And he's like, I don't dance. I'm just like, you fucking idiot. I don't know how to do what are you doing? I don't really dance either, but if the girl I've had a crush on forever is like, come dance with me, I'm going to go dance horribly. Because also, you're at a rave. No one's expecting you to bust out some moves.
Nope.
They're all just because they're listening, and they're also listening to Echo and the Bunnymen. So at best, you're sort of doing like a sway kind of.
Yeah,
right?
You can sway with the best of them, pal. It doesn't. I could do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
This is not, once again, and also it's like a big crowd of people. I wouldn't feel embarrassed about dancing.
And basically,
no one's watching him dance.
She is essentially throwing herself at him. He doesn't have to second guess because she literally grabs his hands, pulls him with her, and is like, so glad you're here. You're out of your comfort zone. Let loose, man.
And once again, they spoke possibly for the first time.
Yeah.
3 hours ago or whatever, and now she's like throwing herself at him. So that's why I'm going like, of course she's a werewolf trying to seduce him, because otherwise, this behavior makes no sense.
First thing I would have said if I were this guy is, "Where's Roland?"
Yeah,
because he slashed my throat.
Yeah. By the way, that would immediately be like, got it. I will never speak to her ever again.
One thing we did skip, sorry.
Yeah.
Is not only did he go through that entire school day with a huge bloody gash on his throat.
Yep.
After school, when he's just sitting outside, being mopey, a very attractive older woman comes up to him, and you're going like, is she playing a different character? I was thinking the same thing. And is she trying to seduce him?
Yep.
But no, she comes in like she's the cool mom. Like, what happened there? And he's like, nothing. You're like, yeah, I fell on a rake or what? I mean, whatever. It's a huge bloody
It's a knife wound to the throat.
So she ties her handkerchief around it, and she's like, you got to take better care of yourself. And my own son goes here, and I keep an eye on him, and you need to look out for yourself. And hey, don't give yourself such a hard time. It gets better, okay?
Did you think that
thanks,
her son,
mystery lady, a day before I graduate from high school that comes around and seems oddly seductive?
Was her son the bully? I couldn't figure, but of course, no. It's the whole pack, right?
Oh, I think that the son she's talking about is him. She's just being purposely vague.
Yeah. Right, but I mean, sort of thing. But before, what I'm saying is before I knew that, I'm going, well, who is her son? Because I'm trying to figure
in
all
the
this
moment,
out.
I'm like, who's she talking about? Is it evil Roland, or is it one of the jocks who don't say a word? By the way, the pack really doesn't say a goddamn thing.
There's one guy later who gets lines, but only one of them ever really gets lines.
Oh, I think you're right.
There's the guy in the red leather jacket who speaks for the pack. But all of his lines are just vague, like, you're going to be one of us. Don't fight it. It's all just like all of his lines are basic stuff like that.
You're going to kill humans.
Anyway,
it's going to be awesome.
Okay, so now, once again, this is classic Meet the Monsters territory here.
Yeah.
If Lindsay Shaw is not a werewolf, her next move really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Which is she brings him into the back of this abandoned industrial space that they're having this rave in, where it's, of course, pitch black. And then proceeds to basically abandon him in the dark?
It's kind of... Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
I think, doesn't she abandon him because they hear something crawling around?
I guess so. I think we're supposed to later realize I guess they just got separated. But it really does seem like she's offering him up for the slaughter, and reading it any other way is like,
What really doesn't make any sense is I guess the rave was happening in the empty pool area of the high school, which, by the way, great place for rave. No one would ever figure out where the music's
everything
coming from.
is at the high school. Every single thing that happens is based around this high school.
So
that's
where
the werewolf
they go
lair
isn't clear because they are in the sewer essentially, because we see him climb out of a manhole cover when he escapes, and there's the security guard.
I did not realize they were at the high school until it was the same security guard.
Yes.
Then I was like,
I had my suspicions because it was an empty swimming pool, and I'm like,
well, I figured they were probably shooting at the same location, but I didn't know it was literally supposed to be the same location.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
but he is stalked in the sewers by something we don't see, because again, they're trying to keep it in the dark.
But it's
the shadows.
It's similar imagery to the werewolf vision from the start of the movie.
Yes.
With the growling.
And there's a lot of growling. And
in the
we're like,
dark of the night.
Yes.
The Oingo Boingo, Kirkland brand Oingo Boingo from the second movie.
Yeah. Those guys, they brought it, and they left it right there.
And then, boy, do we really like her when she's like, "Hey, where'd you go, Will? We got lost." And then the security guard goes, "Look at your eyes. You're high as a kite." And she's just like, "Yeah, I don't know him," and just walks in. And I'm just like, "I'm sorry. Are we supposed to like her?"
I know. The security guard goes, "Are you guys together?" And she goes, No,
I don't.
Wow.
Despite the fact she literally walked up by going, "Oh, Will, there you are." Then she's like, "No, I don't know. I never."
Again, this is very badly written.
Very badly written.
Very badly written.
And that's the thing where I do feel bad for all of these actors because all of them do have some level of skill.
Yeah.
But you can't play this dialogue because it doesn't make any sense. These characters, like, what is? How would I would love to talk to Lindsay Shaw about this movie because I'm like, how do you even begin to approach playing these scenes?
The problem is that she did tell her security detail to not let you anywhere near the house.
We're in a legal thing about it.
All right.
I actually shouldn't talk about it.
So
Lindsay,
Will seems, and Will is immediately telling. I mean. Okay, let's say you see a monster in real life.
Yeah. Which, by the way, it's unclear what he saw exactly, too, right?
Right, but he does say to the security guard, "You're gonna think I'm crazy, but they're monsters." I saw a monster down there.
I guess maybe he saw a monster, but the fact that we didn't is weird from a visual storytelling standpoint.
Sure.
Yeah.
But also, I would say, in the real world, even if you know what you saw, I would say I would be very judicious about who I then let in on this.
This is such a classic
John,
thing.
I would tell you, we're friends, and I would say, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I saw this.
Yeah.
I would do that. Would I tell just the public? Would I go up to a security guard? No. You're going to get locked up, dude.
Well, because that's and that is always the thing in these movies. People are always so quick to be like, "I'm telling you what I saw." You know, it's just like, nobody ever is like, "Okay, wait, this fucking security guard isn't," especially when he's like, "You're high. Get at it."
I might, if it happened in real life, I might say, "Okay, maybe I need to be examined."
Yeah.
And I know that these things shouldn't exist. However,
would always be my first thought of running into a supernatural creature would be, I'm obviously having a mental break. I need
saw
treatment.
A 7-foot tall furry dog person.
I would the fact that he jumps to and at no point from here on out doubts what he saw is incredible.
Even his best friend, who has a couple moments of like,
that's the next person he goes to, because we go from this scene to the next day, and he's like, "What do you know about werewolves, Brainiac 5?"
Yes. Yes. What do you know about werewolves?
And he goes, accessing my Brainiac knowledge.
Also, another flashback to Weepy Father. This is only because it's an important plot point. The birthday party of sadness. When
he put out all the candles by crying on the cake. I mean, let's be honest.
It's not a Make-A-Wish thing. It's like, let me douse these with my sadness. He goes, I held on to my wedding ring all these years, and for some reason he gives it to the son.
Yeah,
he takes it off and hands it to his son. Like, this is a horrible birthday present for
such a weird gift.
And what's even weirder is the son goes, "Silver, nice choice."
Yeah,
silver, and then it goes back up on the screen.
Silver,
and then we see Will put the wedding ring on. Would you ever, as an 18-year-old, take your parents' wedding ring and put it on?
Such a weird
You
move.
might once just to go, "Oh, cool," and then you would put it in a box.
Such a weird move to give it to him, and then an even weirder move to put it on, and he's just wearing it around to school. Could you imagine going to school and they're like, "Hey, what's that ring?" "Oh, it's my parents' wedding ring." I would never talk to that kid again.
Here's something I need to admit.
Yeah.
All of these things I'm bringing up now.
Yeah.
They washed over me watching the movie.
Yeah.
Because the movie was blanketly bad.
Yeah.
It is not as bad as some of those Howlings.
No, that's the thing about it. You talk about it does, I think, wash over as it's not bad enough that I'm like, "Oh God." I'm more just going, "Oh, this is bad. Yeah, this is pretty bad."
And the thing is that it's not till we're discussing it now that I'm just these little points. I'm going, holy crap, is this bad? They didn't hit as hard until I'm examining it now, and I'm just like
the sum of its pieces thing, right? Like you just go,
it is bullshit, right?
Oh,
anyway,
boy, it's really this script is atrocious.
So post rave, so it's hey best friend, who knows things.
What do you know about werewolves? And he's like, boom, I gotcha, because this guy is supposed to be us, right? Or the Jamie Kennedy character. He's like, boom, gotcha. You ask about werewolves. All right, here's how you kill them: silver, fire. Unless it's the alpha werewolf, then only another werewolf can kill that werewolf.
Yeah, and again, that's out of whatever. And then he's also like, and something about you just have to, there has to be an exchange of fluids to turn you.
Yeah.
So it can be a bite or a scratch. Yeah. But again, it has to be like blood to blood or whatever.
Which raises some questions later on, but that's all right.
Yeah.
But because there's a few things.
We don't want to spoil the big turn.
No, the big turn, yeah. And he goes, and I do like this line that I can't imagine any monster nerd actually saying. He goes, "Oh yeah, the other thing about them is they are all doomed to struggle between their humanity and their animal instinct." What? Okay. Sure.
I mean, again, if he's a movie fan, he is basically just doing a summation of werewolf movies, which that does make sense.
But it's such a poetic and that you're just like,
he's like,
what?
I mean, we talked about it too. It's the Lon Chaney thing, but there's nothing in werewolf folklore that goes to that. That's just something they play up in the movies. Right. Werewolf folklore never gets into what does it do to the man who is the werewolf or the person who's the werewolf.
Doomed whoever struggle between humanity and animal instinct. Classic shit. Also,
and also something that an 18-year-old high school student would be.
Well, I also like where he's like, and he says this movie calls out and then ignores the thing we always bring up, where he goes like, okay, well, it was a full moon last night, so I should be safe. He goes, whoa, bro, it wasn't just a full moon last night. There's a blue moon tonight.
Yeah.
Because once again,
and what does that mean? It's
the
more.
Movie never says.
It's more.
It's more. It's bad, man.
It's like there's a good version, and then there's something that's really bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, sure.
Speaking of werewolves, may I take a werewolf break?
You may.
I was just informed that something arrived.
All right.
And it's something I think you will be very jealous of.
All right. Well, we'll be back in a second.
Let's get to the werewolves.
All right, so back from the werewolf break and right into the werewolves.
Yes.
So anyway, so he's learned the rules of werewolfery from his friend Brainiac 5. And I'm telling you, the guy was a good Brainiac 5. I do recommend that.
And actually, again, as we've said, there are people in this movie that are decent actors. Yeah. And I thought, this is a thankless role, but he's bringing it, and he's pretty good.
He's got a level of charisma.
He does indeed.
And this is well before Supergirl, so it's like, they're also catching people who obviously probably will have bigger careers on TV and stuff like that, and in Canada.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, boy, it takes you back to 2011 when they're texting each other in class on their little flip-out sidekicks.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And then, she goes, they're texting and blah, blah, blah. Some horrible song is playing.
This is supposed to be the beginning of romance montage. Yeah. And she texts him, "You look really good without your glasses." And then he realizes, "I'm not wearing my glasses."
And
then he does
see just
I see perfectly fine
without them.
Something tells me that he's an 18-year-old who's coming into his werewolfery.
So that's what this movie is positing, is like the second you turn 18, the werewolf powers start.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Yep.
Sure. I mean, that's a little nuts. That it's literally midnight on your birthday. Boom, werewolf powers.
This movie, being as short as it is, which, as you also said,
still not short enough.
It's to roll here pretty quick.
Yeah.
As in, isn't the next thing the bad boyfriend getting psychotically?
Well, because he
literally
he attacks him in the bath. So they're in the bathroom.
Yes,
which of course, because once again, and this I don't remember being the case in high school. Like, there's no one else in that bath. There's no one around. There's so few kids in this school. Like, this couldn't have really happened in my high school. If it was passing periods, everyone was in the bathroom. You know, like, yeah, you're just like, what are you doing?
But it's just the two of them, and it's, hey, I heard you were dancing with my girl last night.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is so psycho. And also, seems...
I heard you were dancing with my girl last night. I'm going to, how do you say, kill you?
Yeah. I did think it was unnecessary for him to say, kill you. Yeah, I can't speak to this guy's acting, but he's in a lot more French movies, which makes sense. He's probably better in his native language, I would guess. I don't know.
I don't know. He was hunky and psychotic.
It's such a nothing part. That's another thing. It's such a nothing part. I can't really. He's neither good nor bad in this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he attacks him, throws him up against the wall, kind of thing, and then very violently.
But then suddenly, our friend Will has super strength.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not gonna be pushed around anymore, and he throws him, and that makes this guy now like, what the hell? And he's all freaked out.
And a very French response of, I must get my gun.
Yeah. Also, here's the thing. I don't think this is between classes. It seems almost like it's end of day. Yeah. Because the chase that now happens, which is basically, Will goes onto the staircase.
Yeah.
And French guy Roland comes after him with a fucking 45.
I could not believe this. I was like, what in the hell?
And there's no one else in this school, so you have a student with a full gun.
He didn't go home and get it. This guy had the gun in his backpack or his locker. He's just ready to fucking... And also the idea of, this is not a high school bully. This is a psychopath. High school bully doesn't escalate to, now I must kill you.
But essentially, he comes after him, but we do see POVs of werewolf vision, and we hear the growling, which means, is Will a werewolf now? Then we see POV of werewolf coming after Roland, and Roland goes, ah! And fires off a few shots that have no effect. Yeah. I love this part. He then... I mean, if the gun has no effect, either you put it in your pocket and run away, which of course would burn your ass, or you would just drop it and run away. Instead, he takes a beat to seemingly put it in like a receptacle that's on the stairwell. Hey, I was like, what is that?
I just like the idea of, okay, look, you win. I'm putting my gun away.
I will come back for this later. he drops it.
The gun is very expensive. I need to.
And then screaming, he runs up the stairs. Oh, but he can't beat the werewolf guy, who then meets him. Doesn't tear him apart. Instead, he just lifts him and throws him down the stairwell.
And then a dummy of this actor careens to the bottom of the stairwell.
And I think this director, whatever his name is, Niziki or whatever.
Nimziki,
Nimziki, he seems to think that they really nailed the dummy shot because we get it in slow-mo. We get it from a different angle. And later in the movie, we'll see it again as a flashback. I'm like, it's not a good dummy shot.
It looks real bad. The way the arms are flailing is so unnatural.
And the legs are just perfectly together. And you're like going... Yeah, sorry, that's not good.
One of my favorite things in a Meet the Monsters film is a real emphasis on a bad effect, and I can never understand what the thought process there is. Like,
unless it's like
I
know it doesn't look good, but the audience needs to see this to understand. That might be an excuse, but really. All you have to do is show him throw a guy over a balcony. Then you could literally just use the sound effect and show him down on the ground with blood coming out of his head.
Give me
this was. You don't even need a fucking dummy. You don't need a fucking dummy.
Perfect opportunity to use a Wilhelm scream, and they didn't do it anyway. So he's fucking dead. But once again, they leave some because you see Will walking around a little startled, and then. Our main girl walks out of a door and you're like, wait a minute, did she push him?
Oh.
Because I'm still thinking that they're setting her up to be the werewolf.
Yeah.
No. And instead, I don't know, I guess driven by the passion of murder, he's like, I'm taking what I want. And then he goes and kisses her in the middle of the hallway.
I mean, I read a couple of the reviews on not on IMDb but on
Letterboxd.
Letterboxd, thank you.
Yeah.
And people were going like, I mean, not only is this storyline truncated to 2 days, and they have to escalate everything unrealistically, including this romance. Yeah. They do call attention to the fact that there's never really any impact of she doesn't see the dead body of Roland or whatever. But the whole thing of like later on she'll find out that not only is Roland dead, but that her werewolf boyfriend is the guy who did it. Nothing impacts. Later on, you know, the father's gonna get and there's like a no dad, and then that's kind of it. Like nothing is dealt with. Nothing has weight at all.
You know what I was waiting for with this like circling shot of them kissing was speaking of She's All That is to be that like kiss me.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It was a perfect opportunity for that song.
Is this where they do the acoustic cover of "Don't Fear the Reaper"? Is this
no? That's later. Because I wrote that down where that is because that was where I was like, "Fuck off, movie."
Yeah.
That's later. But he kisses her and then walks away, and they linger on her so she can say, "Nice ass."
Yeah, I know.
Once again, just the amount of times I was just. This movie's so bad, but it didn't make me angry. It just was a lot of me going, why? Why is that in the movie?
He's now himself like an alpha male. He's like, oh, dude, I want to get it.
Yeah.
And look at that. And I'm not a nerd anymore. Yeah. Now I have super strength, and I may have killed a guy.
Yeah. And that's given him a nice ass worth commenting on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice ass.
Nice ass on that nerd.
Which, by the way, is something I can totally imagine most women saying, too. Just, Like,
well, they also give her a line of dialogue somewhere in there because she was supposed to be kind of a bad girl, and now she's gotten much softer. But yeah, at one point she's like going, here's the thing, I know you want me. And another reason, she goes, I know my ass looks amazing in this dress.
Yeah, well, I guess they're
like, wow.
They're perfect together. They both have great asses. She's got a great ass.
What brought you guys together? Yeah. Our asses. Really, when we both realized how amazing both of our asses.
That's what I want. I'm gonna recut that scene, but instead of her saying nice ass, I'm gonna cut to the Pacino from Heat. Great ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because it's way better. Yeah. And then he goes, it's not end of day because now he goes to lunch. He's in the cafeteria. And when he kisses her, it's in a passing period. He murders this guy midday, and this guy grabbed gun midday.
Which, again,
I'm now realizing
that was a completely empty bathroom and a completely empty stairwell.
And he's just walking around the school with a gun, and no one's stopping him.
Yep.
Whatever. It's like the last day of school. If you got a gun, big deal.
By the way, the reveal that we're about to get pretty quickly where the security guard is in on it, where he's been paid off by the werewolf pack to just look the other way. I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Well, you know, werewolves have access to a lot of cash, obviously.
It's like, we're going to need you to shut down all the locks or whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll take it. And they're like,
Mr. Werewolf.
You betray your... That's the line that the guy has. He goes, you betray your species so easily. And then snaps the guy's neck or whatever.
Yeah. Sure thing, Mr. Werewolf. This guy's
absolutely Mr. Werewolf.
He's sort of an Otis type.
If only that would I would love it.
Oh my god! Well, I mean, I would be both delighted and saddened if Ned Beatty showed up.
Gee, Mr. Luthor.
Yeah.
Are we going to Addis Ababa, Mr. Luthor?
Oh boy. Ned Beatty's fallen on hard times if he's taken Howling Reborn.
Security guard Ned Beatty.
I mean, I am famously on the record saying Ned Beatty improves anything, but Jesus.
And actually, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ned Beatty, the man was a treasure.
He really was. And if you only know him as wacky, doofy characters, which he did do a lot of, watch Network. That man will set your TV on fire.
And I've been waiting to recommend this, of course, because I always am talking about it. Peacock now has the new 4K restored Homicide: Life on the Street.
Oh, sure.
And Ned Beatty's great on that. Also, the show looks gorgeous, which has been nice because the DVDs were not great.
Yeah, but I'm glad they gave it the attention it deserves.
Because I love that show.
Great show.
Yeah.
It walked so that The Wire could run.
Oh, it's 100% the rough draft of The Wire. And it has, talk about Gone Too Soon, one of the great Andre Braugher performances.
I don't want to talk about him being gone. I'm still not ready to talk about it.
That burns me up, man. One of my all-time
I need
faves.
to talk to God about that.
Yeah, that one's
what were you thinking?
Can we make a trade here? We got some awful guys down here. Can we get...
Oh, Jesus, take Trump. Sorry, I said it.
In exchange for Andre Braugher, more than fair.
More than fair.
Yeah.
And you know who wins in that?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The entire world wins.
Andre Braugher.
Okay. So
anyway, so he goes to the cafeteria and he's like, what is that? Hot dogs, but I don't eat meat. And then
they had set this up, by the way. His breakfast at the very beginning.
Yeah.
They literally just put packages with their totally fronted towards the camera, so you saw that it's like soy milk, soy bacon, and all this stuff. Is like, okay, he's vegetarian.
But now he's like, I don't understand. I'm craving meat.
Yeah,
and the cafeteria worker is one of the werewolf pack in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, don't you want it? Don't you want some meat?
He's special graduation hot dog.
I think I do. And then we see him put a human finger in a hot dog bun.
Yeah, and our friend Will starts chomping on the hot dog. He's like, God damn, this is good.
I also love the bone crunching sounds of him biting into it, because there'd be a bone in it.
Yeah, and then he finds not only bone, he finds a ring.
Yeah.
Weirdly, not his dad's wedding ring.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh my God. And then the Wolfpack guy in disguise goes, how does Roland taste?
Which, by the way, they got this guy and chopped him up so fucking fast.
This entire movie takes place in an hour and a half. Literally, this is in real time. Somehow, this guy's 18th birthday, graduation, turning into a werewolf, getting the girl of his dreams, is all happening in 90 minutes in real time. It seems like
it's like that Jason Reitman SNL movie that's coming out as of the recording of this. It's 90 minutes right before SNL, or in this case, 90 minutes.
I look forward to it.
I can't wait to see that movie. The reviews have been very good. And it's already been out for years by the time people are hearing this. So,
let us know if it was good.
Yeah, all those Oscars it won.
Hey, future people, send us a couple of emails.
Yeah. My note just does say, cafeteria worker is a werewolf? ? Okay. Because then I like, soon as
he also very distinctly is a young guy.
Yeah.
So that's weird. Why is he working in the cafeteria?
And he's wearing a face mask.
Conspicuously has a face mask, which I'm going, oh, I know they didn't shoot this during the pandemic because this is 2011.
Yeah.
So what?
To hide
he's
his
a
identity.
Hiding werewolf guy.
And then I like, though, it's like, only after he's like, oh my God, he starts throwing up because he realizes it's a finger. And then this guy books it. The werewolf guy books it out of there. Like, shit, all right, they're on to me. I better get out of here before someone notices. So he goes to the school nurse, who I like. My school nurse was not actually a person in scrubs with an examining room.
Yeah.
It was just a lady who was like, you feel bad? Basically, they were just like, you feel
school
bad?
Nurse.
Yeah. Go home.
And this school nurse is, again, it looks like, really? What? Is this lady doing her job well? Because, again, this guy had an opened carotid artery the day before.
And she's like, and she just charts up to like, you're graduating, college is starting. It's probably just a bad case of nerves.
Butterflies, just nerves.
Yeah, you're
whatever.
Fine. I'm going to take some blood just in case. Then that's just to get her out of the room,
You may have eaten a part of a human, but, I mean, that's just a...
Yeah.
outlier.
Shit happens, man.
How many of us have it?
Yeah. And then Brainiac 5 comes rushing in here.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, I really think I'm a werewolf. How could that be? And now he gets into like, well, if you were bitten or scratched. And he's like, I wasn't, though. So that's weird that then that would be the case. And then meanwhile, I guess because this happened, the father is at the school now. But also not there to pick him up because he's going to leave with Ivana Milicevic.
Yeah, yes.
Who he does not recognize as his beloved wife that he hasn't gotten over in 18 years.
She's doing again, I guess this is a world in which women are, especially if they're werewolves, but women seem to be, and I am all about it, empowered to basically just come on to people and just go, yeah, hey,
I can't.
In this case, tragically broken guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say, do you want to go on a date and just fuck? Because that's essentially what happens.
What are you thinking if you're this guy? You're at the school for, I don't know, some parent-related reason, and there's a hot single mom who's just like, let's go get wasted and then go back to your place and fuck. Like,
yep.
I would just be like, whoa, this is moving very fast.
As is the entire plot.
Yeah.
Of this
No,
film.
this just it fits with the rest of the movie, right? Where it's just like, hey, this is just how this movie goes, man.
Yeah, we're already in day 2, which means so much has already happened the previous day.
Yeah.
This is the day of graduation.
We're already in day 2.
Which I also want to say,
we're already in day 2, and there is no day 3 of the movie.
There is no day 3. Can I just say, there is not a school.
Yeah.
In the continental United States. I can't speak for Europe and other countries. But there is no school in the continental United States that would have its graduation ceremony at conservatively 9:30 p.m.
I also saw in the pouring rain outside.
They are afternoon events.
Yep.
They all are.
It was
because you then go out, you have dinner or whatever, you have a party at night.
Yeah, I think my graduation was at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it was definitely daylight and inside my graduation. So
and also my school didn't blow up. But sorry.
Oh, mine did actually. Weirdly, that did read correct to me. They did blow up my.
But you went to Sunnydale, if I'm not mistaken.
I am a proud Sunnydale high school.
Okay, you should not live on the Hellmouth, and we've told plenty of people.
It was rough. I was one of the few survivors of that graduating class. It's me and Buffy Summers.
I want to keep referencing something I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, Xander and I were actually good buds. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah,
I would have been friends with Xander.
Well, of course, Xander
and Willow. They would have been my people.
Well, they were meant to be the people where it's like, oh, we the Buffy audience can relate to these characters. We can't be Buffy.
And I would have lusted after both Willow and Cordelia because that's the dichotomy of the nerd.
Boy, that was the thing too. When Xander and Cordelia got together, it was like, oh, if only
fulfillment.
If only a Cordelia could realize that she loved me, the nerd. And of course, Nicholas Brendon was a pretty good-looking nerd, obviously.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's one of those.
By the way, cut all this out. I don't want people thinking that we're that nerdy. Anyway. Never
met Willow, but I have met both Xander and Cordelia at conventions.
Yeah. All right. I've met none of them.
Chris McCarthy, tiny little lady, is the thing you realize about.
Really?
Yeah. Very, very little
Which
lady.
means, again, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Allison Hannigan must be Lilliputian.
Yeah. But that's always the thing that strikes me, of course, about meeting any of those people. Just like, you're so little.
Yep.
Anyway. So yeah. So they go, how can I tell if I'm a werewolf? And Brainiac 5 is like, well, you could cut yourself because it'll heal really fast. He grabs a scalpel, which I love that a school nurse would have a scalpel on hand too, and just out on a table.
Yeah.
They don't have hospital rooms at a school.
No, no surgery is performed in a school. School hospitals can, have some stuff, obviously, but
Scalpels seem
one's
unlikely.
carving.
I'm sorry, this is bad enough. I've got to operate on this kid. That's not happening.
I'm gonna have to get that sloppy Joe out one way or another.
Scalpel. Yeah. No, so he cuts himself, and the wound does heal, believe it or not, because he is a werewolf.
Yeah.
And so then, of course, his next move is like, well, I really like this girl, so I should probably tell her I'm a werewolf.
Yep.
And so he does, and her response is to get kinky.
Yeah, they're, again, in an empty library.
Yep.
And
because it's unclear where we are in the day at this point now.
And
I have
she's
no
like,
idea.
wow, you really are a different person. You're kissing me and everything. This is getting hot and heavy. He goes, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
You're going to think I'm crazy. And this thing that's amazing, and we are instantly connected at the soul forever, may be in jeopardy if I tell you this, but it turns out I'm a werewolf. And she goes, huh.
A werewolf, eh?
Should I climb on top? And then,
she's like, I better protect everybody by tying you up. And then she takes off the tie she's wearing for her school uniform that no one else is wearing. I think just to do this.
Yes.
And
she goes, sorry, I don't have any handcuffs.
Something I never want to see in any movie, a cross-cutting of father and son sex scenes. Because
this was my favorite.
It's intercutting between her tying him up in the library and then the father getting tied up by Ivana Milicevic. I'm going like, no, do not give me dad and son are both getting banged at the same time. No, movie, stop.
Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the aisle going, yes, movie, more. But yeah, so the kids are they don't go all the way. They get close, and then it's like,
he's also
maybe
this is
not.
setting up for later where he's like, no, seriously, you'll be in danger if I get too excited and the wolf comes out.
Yes,
because later he's gonna have to let the wolf out, right?
Oh, he is. But that cuts it off there. The scene over at the apartment gets cut off because he finally has vision. Well, she basically goes, "You don't even know who I am,
she has
do you?"
to tell him,
you. And then he has the flash of like her face as the wife with the stringy red wig, which doesn't work at all.
No, and also her having to do this awful like villain monologue dialogue while pretending to ride this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, she deserves some sort of award just for being a good sport.
And basically she's just going, you ruined him. You softened him up. I've been watching the whole time. He's like, he's just having trouble. He's like going, you're alive?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're my wife? What the hell?
But I mean, once again, I was kind of rough on this guy's acting, but also, how do you play I'm having sex with this woman while having this emotional, like,
dead wife.
Yeah.
And she's not nice.
Not since,
the voicemail made it sound like, hey, honey, and you're like, so she was always a terrible, evil werewolf lady and was pretending to be a sensitive artist woman?
That's the thing.
And now she's let the mask slip, and she's like going, never cared about you, and in fact, I'm going to turn you into part of my werewolf army.
Yeah, what in the hell? I'm talking about a movie that, boy, this guy, it's so interesting for a studio executive. This guy should know when you got to send something in for a rewrite. Good God.
Yep.
This thing needed a lot of help. I mean, I would say this is almost a page one rewrite movie. Like in general, this might just be scrap everything. There's not a lot of salvageable material in this. Because this isn't one of those where I'm like, well, if you just kind of fix this, like, this is pretty flawed in every part. Anyway.
Every single part.
Yeah. Cross-cutting sex scenes. Ivana's dead mother turns into wolf. Oh, and then so instead of having sex, Will and his crush just sit in the library and talk about, my mom died when I was young, and then she's like, yeah, my dad left my mom and me. Yeah. We both have trauma. Instead of sex, let's trauma bond.
Yeah, they trauma bond. Again, if this we're glimpsing the building of a relationship over weeks, this all makes sense, but it just seems like, and trust me, I've had at least a whirlwind fling in my life.
But this is
where things happened fast and intensely.
Of course.
But at the same time, this has gone to comedically.
Not in a day. I've never had a day.
And I did not get my throat slashed or a guy come at me with a gun.
Yeah.
Maybe that does make it all the difference.
Yeah, I guess. Although she's pretty, like I said, she's unaware that guy's dead. It's also unclear. We only really get from his perspective that they were together. It's possible that they weren't even a couple. I don't know, man. Maybe that guy's just insane. He does have a gun at the ready at school, so Jesus. Anyway, also just this guy, this writer director doesn't understand human emotion. Like the idea that you're like, yeah, we were about to fuck in this library, but hold on. Let me tell you about my dead mom instead. What? That's not a human thing to do. Yep. My God. Are you kidding me?
Well, let's also keep in mind that at least one of these people is not human. One of these people is, in fact, a werewolf.
Yeah,
okay?
And we're about to find that out right now, because then interrupting this conversation is Ivana Milicevic, who's like, it's me, I'm your mom, and I'm a werewolf, and I'm going to leap on the library stacks and tell you, you've got to come with me.
Yep.
And immediately the girl is like, wait a minute, she's your mom? I thought your mom died. And then he, I guess, for her own protection, has to be like
it's
I don't care about you, bitch.
It's like throwing rocks at Old Yeller or whatever.
No, Harry and the Hendersons, right? Get out of here. We never loved you. Because they shot Old Yeller. Yeah, they shot him down.
But they first... The Harry and the Hendersons thing got it from Old Yeller.
Oh, did it? I don't remember that part of Old Yeller.
Maybe it's not Old Yeller. Maybe it's Where the Red Fern Grows. It's one of the classic dog things where it's like, go away, we don't want you anymore.
What is the subgenre of sad dog stories? What is that about?
Yeah. Oh my God, you can't avoid them when you're growing up.
I don't need
dead
that
dog stories.
I never even had a dog, and those bum me out.
Sounder.
Yeah, yeah, all of them, man.
But anyway, you gotta love the dog stories.
I grew up in the
today.
90s, so I was more of a Beethoven kid, though. Let's be honest.
But if they were using that trope, it should have been her throwing rocks at the dog, as in Will.
Yeah.
Go away, Will. I don't want to have sex with you anymore. Go away. I don't like you.
So he's like, get away from me. But then that's not good enough. Leather jacket henchman guy has to be like, don't worry. We'll take care of her.
Wait, are you referring to Leather Jacket, the character I almost played on Walker, Texas Ranger? If only I had been in Howling Reborn as the classic villain Leather Jacket.
I would have loved that. 2011, how old would you have
been? Younger than I am now. I would have been in my 40s.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And this guy was
42.
This guy was undercover as a high school student, and this guy probably
could do it.
Yeah, this guy's probably only a couple years younger than you were at the time. Let's be honest.
He's
pretty old. He's pretty old looking for a high schooler. This guy was 38. Anyway.
But yeah, so basically he does the whole thing of like, this is my mom, and just go away.
Yeah. Also, I do love when she's like, You can forget about school, and she rips his textbook in half, which I love that he has a textbook. It's graduation day, which, by the way, I don't know, was this the case years ago? Graduation day wasn't like a school day. You didn't go to class and then graduate that night. We were already done, and then we did graduate, we went into school to practice for graduation that night.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, anyway, and then she's like, and you don't need friends, and she crushes his phone with her werewolf strength. But so anyway, to save her from being killed by this guy, Will grabs her and then leaps out a window. I think all the effects budget went into this shot.
The whole thing was the wolf pack was like, you don't need her anymore, and so we're gonna offer, and he goes, Will says, I'll take care of it. Because I'm now with you guys. Yeah. I'm a bad werewolf.
Let me kill her. And they're like, yeah.
And Mom looks at him I'm so proud of my boy.
My boy's going to kill his girlfriend. Yeah, this is going to be great. I'm so proud of my boy. This is going to kill him. He's going to kill his girlfriend.
So instead, he grabs her, and yes, totally. They break it through the window, and he does the spin in midair so that she will land on him, cushioning.
This is such a superhero move.
Oh, yeah. And she's like, oh my God, because he's totally crushed and dead. And then he pops back into shape because he's now a werewolf who can heal.
Oh yeah, they do the classic, like putting his bones back. His elbow goes back in, and
and he's like, oh, that's better.
And it's another classic example of she's not freaked out enough witnessing this.
Nope.
And then it's
she like the friend are pretty much like, all right, you're a werewolf. Got it.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, because from here, they immediately shift into action mode where they're like, we got to get out of the school, and then we got to warn everybody.
Yes.
Boom. Because it's just we're in Act 3.
Because yes, we also skipped the villain monologue of Mom.
Yeah.
Is not just you're one of us and you'll join us. It's tonight in the blue moon. There will be an army of werewolves unleashed on the world.
I guess that's the idea. So because we'll find out later. They're going to run around the school, and we can just get to that. They run around the school. Yes. The power's been cut by Brainiac 5 because his plan was to cut the power so he could take over the TV broadcast.
Right. But also, so he actually screws things up for everybody.
Yes. So all the security is
I know we're skipping over this. We did mention the dead security guard that the werewolves kill.
Leather jacket killed him.
I love the fact yes. I do love the fact that, and this was caught by people in their reviews, that when he does what he unlocks the school for them, there's literally on his computer screen, it says transmission complete. And transmission is spelled
it's misspelled.
TRANS.
Oh, come on.
MITION.
Oh, come on. I mean, just what are you doing?
That is no one checked.
This is
this movie looks good to me.
This movie has enough of a budget to catch stuff like that.
Good Lord, man.
Oh my God, this fucking movie.
All right, so yes, they're running.
They're running around the school. They find they find the dead security guard. The power's out, so they can't flip the school locks back on.
Right.
And meanwhile, graduation is starting. But there's a bunch of them wandering the under parts of the school. We're back in the sewage tunnels or whatever of the school.
They start doing this thing. Yes, the sewage tunnels under the school, where they stumble upon a lake of blood and numerous bodies hung up,
and a flamethrower. There's just
this
a flamethrower down there.
No, there isn't. We see him put it together in the chem lab.
God, that's
So
right.
Will is basically out B.A. Baracusing. B.A. Baracus.
Because it's not. He's like, when I say it's not, he doesn't have like an aerosol can and a lighter. He's built a full flamethrower.
He has built, and he's built two, because she has one too. And she's like, "What is that?" And he says, "It's blah blah blah." And he goes, "Also known as, some kind of silver nitrate." It's like, oh, okay, wow, so silver again.
Yeah, he does that with the gun though. That's the gun with the silver nitrate. The flamethrower he just builds because fire can kill them. It's later that he's putting the silver nitrate in the bullets.
Okay, but
there's two.
He does make two flamethrowers.
That's the thing, though. There's two separate scenes of this guy building werewolf killing weapons.
Yep.
We're going full alien. And by the way, the flamethrower comes to nothing, really.
Comes to nothing, and she drops hers immediately.
Immediately, yeah.
She takes nothing out.
But when
she drops it in the blood.
When we're walking around in the dark and stuff is dripping, now I'm going so now we're ripping off Alien while we're at it too.
Let's
just fucking rip off everything while we're at it.
Where the filmmakers are trying to be clever, and trying is the operative word. And again, the sad thing is, I can tell they think they're nailing it. But
that's my issue too, is like
all the intercutting with the graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
The intercutting is either the principal or the valedictorian in their speeches.
I feel bad for that girl who's like,
which will have an ironic carryover into the action sequences.
Yeah.
Like it would, this isn't an example because I can't remember specifics,
I don't think I wrote
an example would be something like, "It is up to us to carry the torch forward," and then cut to flamethrower action.
I think that one is in there, or some variation
or something like when everything is darkest, we will walk towards the light, and they find like, oh, there are lights on in this room, and you're like, stop.
By the way,
I know you think you're being
her speech
cool.
is so bad. And were you also thinking about Diane Court's speech from Say Anything?
Of course I was.
Yeah, go back. And just John Mahoney laughing.
Of course, is great. The character's great. Ione Skye kills it.
Yep.
But the person who steals that entire scene from me is the principal.
Oh.
Because the way he goes, here to present her speech entitled, "Hey World, check me out."
Yeah, that is a genius.
It's just the way he delivers it.
I love when a day player just crushes something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love Mahoney's over-the-top laugh as the only guy laughing.
I'm sorry. Again, we're talking about a really good movie and a great high school movie, if not one of the greatest.
Got to be top 5, right? Just
gotta be.
Talk about a movie that is the opposite of this, where it is so painfully realistic of what it's like.
However, this one has werewolves.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, you haven't seen the Cameron Crowe director's cut.
No.
Lloyd was a werewolf
Say
the whole
anything
time?
But lycanthrope.
Yeah. I never knew. Yeah. That gives a whole new context when you find out Lloyd was a werewolf the whole time. Anyway. Yeah. So they're walking. And
but I'm the werewolf that's dating your daughter.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Oh, that movie's so good. But, yeah, I guess the idea is that whatever's going to happen during this Blue Moon ceremony, all these people they have captured will become werewolves? Is that the idea?
Because I think they've all been injured or bitten or scratched. So basically they're just waiting to be awoken, I guess, at the Blue Moon.
Before this happens, I guess we should mention that Brainiac 5 dies while filming his terrible thing. But they see it on the computer screen in the security guard office where he's like, "Will, if you're watching this, you were right. There are oh, no!"
I do like the fact he goes, "Shit, I'm about to die." Okay, he actually does go like, "I'm about to die, but here's the thing."
Yeah. Once again,
he's running.
Good actor, given shit to do.
So in their attempts, they do take out a couple of the werewolves, and we're finally seeing.
We also see that the dad is one of the bodies hung up under there.
And that's Dad. No.
And then Ivana snaps his neck.
Oh yeah, she actually says like, "Join us," and the first thing, kill your dad. Yeah. And he's like, "I'm not going to do that." And she goes, "All right, whatever." And then she snaps his neck.
Yeah. No.
And she goes, "By the way, it doesn't matter because he's going to be a werewolf in a couple minutes anyway. So cool, he'll be part of my army." Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Mom, you're the alpha." That's supposed to be the big reveal. You're the alpha that's in charge of the pack. She's like, "Hell's yeah."
That comes because he lights her up with the flamethrower and she doesn't die.
Oh yes.
Because they run away from this after this, and the big reveal here too is her going like, "It wouldn't be your first kill," and he's like, "Wait, I pushed the bully off the stairs."
Yeah, he hasn't realized it himself. So apparently, when you become a werewolf, you're not entirely in control.
I guess. I guess you learn
and
to
again,
do that,
the girl has no real reaction to the fact that she just found out that her boyfriend of 18 hours killed her previous boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe. At least according to that guy, her boyfriend. Once again, I still think that guy might just be an unhinged psycho who made that up. All a Joker.
That would be an interesting take, but I'm not sure that's where they went with it. But
no idea. Once again, the movie is so vague. Anything is valid.
they're fighting werewolves in the tunnels. Mom transforms.
Yeah, they run away.
Comes after them. Mm-hmm.
Leather Jacket werewolf tries to kill the girl, and he gets impaled by the silver trophy from the debate thing.
Yes.
Just so she can go, "Wow, guess it's good we won silver." Oh!
Yeah, that paid off in spades.
I had to pause the movie because I was so delighted. I was just like, yes! Oh, yeah! But I also love, of course, when they said one silver, don't you assume when they say silver, aren't you picturing a medal? I was picturing like a medal or something. Instead,
if it's something where a team wins in a high school competition, and I only know this because I did some of that shit.
Right.
You actually get for the school, and it's usually a plaque or it could be a tall trophy.
But in this case, of course,
you don't get individual medals or anything.
No, but still, like the idea of like we won this. I guess you could win a silver trophy, but even still, of course, it has to be like a thing with a sharp point so it can impale this guy. Right?
I will also say that more than likely it wouldn't be silver anyway.
No, of course not.
It would totally be, some sort of chrome plated.
I did also think that. I'm like, I doubt it would be pure silver.
It would not be pure silver.
That would be so expensive.
But at least it worked on one of the werewolves.
It killed Leather Jacket, man. R.I.P. to Leather Jacket.
Yeah, man.
You will be missed.
You will be missed.
And then,
so because we're putting the stuff in the bullets because he's going to give the gun to the girl because he realizes I have to face her as a werewolf. But you need protection, so I'm giving you the gun.
The logic of this doesn't work, though, because he's pouring out the gunpowder from the bullets and putting in silver nitrate. But the stupid thing about that is
they won't fire.
Yeah, they won't fire, and even if they did, the gunpowder isn't what penetrates the person being shot.
Exactly.
So the bullet,
the jacket itself of the
bullet, it's still not a silver bullet. That doesn't work. I also like that he.
If it's a dum-dum that does on purpose open up and spray, then if you got
close enough, you could do that.
Or if it was a shotgun shell that has all a bunch of little pellets in it,
but you
and
would still
all the
need
pellets
those,
were silver.
Yeah, those would have to be silver. But I also like that he goes, nice, hollow point.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's like, but I was like, so?
And also, hollow point in where, I'm sorry, was this out of Roland's locker? What the fuck?
This kid not only had a gun, but he had like a military grade. He was ready to fuck some people up. He was ready for a tactical operation in this school. Oh, since he brought his Silence HK-MP7, man, he's ready to go.
Bad subject matter for today. Yet another school shooting today. Yeah. So, but
that's the thing that's crazy about this is by 2011 we were very cognizant of that. So to have a kid just casually running around with a gun in a school would have been weird in 1985, but it's shocking in 2011.
And if he were like he's
he had a knife
Steve
and
King,
a gun.
Stephen King level high school bully.
Yeah,
because in Stephen King novels, the high school bully is always this close to full on homicide.
See the IP Squad episode about the It movies, so where that kid is carving stuff into,
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. Well,
but that's Stephen King.
Yeah,
and this is this.
Yeah, he's evil enough that he becomes. But even a Stephen King bully isn't walking around with a piece in the school.
Not often.
No, he's not packing heat on campus. He might have a gun in his glove compartment or something. But anyway, so he tells her, "I felt like I was in a Twilight movie," and he was like, "You just got to get out of here. You got to get away from me and go." And she's like, "No, I love you.
I love you."
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll man the camera while you take your shirt off and tell people that werewolves are real.
Because that's the thing. He gives her the gun, going, "You have to promise you'll kill me if I lose control."
And I actually raised my hand from where I was watching, go, "I'll kill you."
And this is where
I'll kill you right now.
Because he has to let the wolf out. They have to have sex.
Well, he also isn't it a thing where there's this understood, by doing this, I'm going to slash you on purpose. Isn't he saying the only way to protect you is I will turn you into a werewolf as well? Isn't that the implication?
It's unclear later when they reveal that has happened, whether that was the plan.
Okay, but it is unclear if it's the plan.
This angry werewolf sex scene is where we get the cover of Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, oh, yes. So they have sex, which you do when there are supernatural creatures chasing you, is you stop, you have sex, you listen to a cover song, and then he slashes, he uses his claws on her back, and I guess that's how he's. But
we don't see that till later. We see them. No,
we see that during the sex scene.
But
we see her back, and we see the slash marks.
And so they show it again then later? Is that the
Yes,
idea?
they do show it again.
Oh, well, that makes no sense.
As if to remind you.
I thought,
remember when this happened?
I guess I missed it the first time.
That's all right.
Because I thought that was like that's how it happened. Well, that's interesting.
I think the surprise reveal, because people may have just been so caught up, they're like, that shows that he's becoming a beast, but I don't think people may have been making the connection. Oh my God, now she's going to be one.
So now he records his confession that werewolves are real, and he shows himself turning into a werewolf. But then, of course, the Ivana Milchevich and her werewolf show up to go like, "Nice try, pal." But we've cut the feed or whatever, so it's not getting out. So fuck
and
you,
actually,
man.
That is a real middle finger to probably the coolest thing about the original movie is that a live television broadcast shows the entire world a woman turning into a werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, great ending. What a great ending that
but
movie
here
has.
it's them coming and going, that got to nobody.
But then, so they're all surrounded, and oh no, and then he turns the studio camera lights up real high to blind them temporarily so they can run away. Like, lights!
Something.
But I'm like, isn't that vampires? Whatever.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, it's a weird move. So anyway, but the girl got knocked into a wall, so she's unconscious, so that we can have him in the school elevator, of course, which has like an industrial, freight elevator, obviously.
Right. That makes no sense. How tall is this high school that someone can fall multiple stories?
Yeah, well, once again, it's a giant
and actually
mansion
true of that
school.
Staircase too.
Yeah. But it's just so they're in the elevator, and he's giving her CPR going, "Come on, don't you die on me.
Don't you give up on me."
Because these two.
Don't give.
Yeah.
And he actually pulls wiring out of the elevator and gives her electric shocks.
Yeah.
To try to bring her back.
And so, and this is so stupid on his part. The flamethrower didn't work, but when he confronts his mom again, he's like, he gets in close and tries to shove the silver wedding ring down her throat. Yeah. But the fire already didn't work, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. And you already know she's the alpha. The only thing that can kill her, according to your dead friend, is another wolf has to kill her.
But then she now is going full wolf. And before she turns full wolf, she does get this amazing line of, "I'm going to do what I should have done 18 years ago and abort you."
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah, you do not want to hear your mom say that. So now they're both full werewolf.
Not twice. One time was enough.
They're both. Look, you say things in the heat of whatever. I should have had an abortion. Exactly. Whatever. You got to look. It's family, man. That's just how it works.
She is such a poorly conceived character. Yeah. I feel so bad for her because of what they're asking her to do from scene to scene.
Because they're just asking
none of it ties together.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, it is just like she just defaults to pure evil.
Yeah, she's like, well, fine, you don't want to join, and
either take
I've
over
been watching over you for 18 years. You don't want to join us. I'm going to kill you right now.
It does feel like, I don't know, man. You need a couple more steps to get to just like, fine, I'll just murder you then. So now they're both werewolves, and they clearly thought this was their big action beat. Was the two werewolves fighting and crashing through the different walls of the school?
Oh my god!
And they crashed. This through reminded the chalkboard
me of which one was that would have been Amazing Spider-Man. It reminds me of the Spider-Man lizard fight where they're going room to room through the walls.
Except that was actually pretty good.
That was actually very good, and it had one of the best Stan Lee cameos.
It does.
That they ever
where he
had.
does. He's listening. He's the librarian.
He's listening to music and doesn't hear.
And it's just Spider-Man the lizard crashing around him.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's a solid scene.
Oh, I want to talk about other movies.
I mean, the first Garfield Amazing Spider-Man was pretty good.
Yep.
I like that movie. And once again, similar to 3, the second one is a mess, but there's some good stuff in there. It's just but the problem is there's too much stuff in there. If they had chosen to zero in on some stuff, that movie could have been better. Garfield and Emma Stone, big thumbs up to both of them.
Also, I'm sorry, they always want to rush to the big storylines, but if we've just met Gwen Stacy, the previous movie, having the big death of Gwen Stacy thing,
I think that's one of the parts of the movie that works. I think the Gwen Stacy stuff is the best stuff in that movie.
Only because of how well it's acted. It's not what I would do in the second movie.
Oh, I don't know. We'll agree to disagree on that. I thought that was a good
putting
move.
Khan in the second Star
I agree
Trek
with that, but that's a different thing. But we're not here to argue.
You don't jump to the big storylines.
Hi,
my name's Jean Grey. I'm Dark Phoenix.
No, but Gwen Stacy's different. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. I do think that works in that movie, but we'll agree to disagree on that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is still better than this movie, though. I think we can agree.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There's no Garfield in this movie, so period.
No, not even the cat.
No.
Who hates Mondays.
Yeah. No, he's in there. He
loves lasagna.
He's got a brief cameo, actually. Some of his lines were cut, though. He had lines, but they were cut. So anyway, they get their big fight, and oh no, she's gonna kill him. She's got the upper hand, and then what's this? Suddenly, she's like, ugh, like something has impaled her. She falls over, and there's another werewolf holding her heart in its claws.
Sure.
And oh shit, the girl is a werewolf.
The thing is, she saved him, but she's too much of a beast.
And this is
where he has to say, you're still in there.
This poor kid, this poor actor having to try to be like, I love you, and whether you can kill me or we're walking out of here together, but I will never give up on you. You are the love of my life. And once again, you're like, it's been 2 days.
It's been
2 days since you became a werewolf.
2 days since I met you, and now we're in love forever.
Yeah, I don't care that you're werewolf. Bare Naked Ladies is suing us right now.
I don't think any of them are still alive.
Oh,
joking.
Wasn't that like the 90s? Like, I'm pretty sure they all tragically died in separate incidents, right?
It's been a long time since we had a song.
My favorite of
anything at all.
My favorite of the Spinal Tap drummer deaths was a tragic gardening accident. One of them died in a tragic gardening accident. That's what happened to the Bare Naked Ladies too.
I mean, spontaneous human combustion is something that's really hard to beat.
That is the like laugh out loud funniest of them. Yes. But I just like the wording of tragic gardening accident.
Yes.
It's the same.
Pete.
It's the same as the Animal House student dies in tragic kiln accident. Also gets me. Anyway, watch it, literally. By the way, literally any movie we've mentioned, watch instead of this.
Yes.
And so they walk out of the school. She turns human, but is unconscious, I guess, from the effort so that he can carry her dramatically out of the school.
Now, also, there's a lot of bad editing. Imagine that, where sometimes he's shirtless, and then next thing he'll have a shirt on, and then he's shirtless again, whatever. In this one, they're both technically naked because they've both werewolfed out. By the way, also awkward, you fought your naked mom.
Yeah.
She's a werewolf.
Yeah.
And when she, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're both naked. We don't see anything, but he grabs a couple. They purposely showed. And I was like, ooh, that's good non-verbal storytelling. They showed mannequins in the school hallway that were in graduation robes.
That's right.
So that after the battle is over and they're both naked, they grab these graduation robes so they can walk out of the school like badasses. And here's what I don't quite understand. I guess it is to wipe out the oncoming werewolf army.
Yeah.
So he basically, again, because this guy is fucking John McClane or B.A. Baracus, he is set up using what looks like lighter fluid.
Yeah,
He's somehow able to blow the entire school to bits using a can of lighter fluid.
Well, I did think it was a little on the nose when they walk out to bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
And then George Papard
actually, I thought it was
appeared
on the nose. He walks out to school.
Oh, that would be the best.
Summer.
You know what did? Anyway, do you remember what did use it? Do you remember that Robert Rodriguez movie, The Faculty? Where the teachers were aliens?
I remember it. I didn't watch it.
Oh, that does end with schools out as the school is exploding.
Well,
I like
also,
that movie.
Course, Dazed and Confused. I don't know if it doesn't end with it, but it's definitely part of the soundtrack.
But The Faculty's kind of fun though. It's still better than this because it's a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Sure.
And it's got
and
Josh
talented
Hartnett.
Actors.
It's got Josh Hartnett. We love
here,
Hartnett.
The whole reason to do this is so they can walk out looking like
everyone.
Looking like Winona Ryder and Christian Slater at the end of Heathers, where it's like
ripping off.
You don't know what we've been through. Like
the
bloody and bruised.
They walk up to the horrified looking principal, and the guy. I wrote this down because I laughed so hard at this. He looks at him. He's all soot covered and blood and stuff, and he just goes, "You people have no fucking idea." And once again, I'm supposed to be like, "Yeah."
You're supposed to be like, yeah, and then you realize, as a non sequitur, plus the fact that these people are clearly responsible for the school that just blew up. Here's something I love: the graduation ceremony is only like not even a football field away from the school.
Yeah,
the school just exploded, and yet we're to believe that parents and teachers and students would have remained seated. Because they are standing. Actually, they're not.
They're standing and looking at the school, but they've just stood and turned around. They're not
from a massive explosion. They have not run away. They're all standing there. And I also like the fact that this guy, they're only filming them from like up here.
Yeah,
she's zipped up.
Yeah,
his graduation robe appears to be open.
Yeah,
and I'm like going, is his dong just?
His dong's just flapping, man.
Flapping around, and he walks out. He's like, "You."
They're not even looking at the explosion. They're all just staring at his.
No, they're looking at these guys.
Yeah,
and no one says a word either because they're just stunned. And then they say this: if this happened in real life, these people would be wrestled to the ground. Cops would be called
because then he says that line and then everyone clears as they
everyone
just walk
parts.
And I did think like, no, they are both going to be cuffed right now.
No,
they're going down.
They don't. The werewolf hot couple walk away. That's it.
And then I'm sure you stayed through the end credits, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh no!
Did I miss a button?
Oh, not a button. The whole end credits is a sequence. What? It's his werewolf video going out to the world.
No.
Yeah, the credits. It's one of those things where the credit.
Now...
It's one of those things where the credits slide to the side and a little panel opens up, and you got two guys on YouTube watching.
Are you sure Will doesn't walk out in a bathrobe and go, "Are you still here?"
Yeah. Well, let me explain. So the first thing is it's two stoner dudes on a couch.
Oh.
And they go like, "Hey man, did you see this? Do you think that's real?" And one of them goes, "Nah, man, it's probably just promotion for some movie." And then it keeps going. It'll like go to black for a little bit and then come back.
At what point does the fire truck show up?
Well, the thing about it is, I will say,
Sorry, everybody.
It is this building to an apocalyptic thing where they're like, more reports of werewolves being sighted until eventually, and so then it's news reports about werewolves are doing this, and in the Middle East there's chaos over the werewolves are rising. And then the last shot is a shot of, I think, Los Angeles, and all the like a big super wide shot of all the lights, and then Howling starts, and then all the lights start shutting off. And then the credits end, and it's just a close-up of the main girl from the movie, Lindsay Shaw. I swear this is real. And she goes, "Do you believe us now?" And then her eyes glow red. And then it fades out to black, except her glowing red eyes are still in the black. And then, oh! And then Howling, New Blood, or whatever. What's the movie called? Reborn. Howling, He goes, Howling, Reborn.
Can I just say, I really respect you for the second credits rolled.
Well, I will say, it must have been the second, because I was about to, and then these started. It's not super long. They let it sit. You were right on that remote.
I was on that button.
Holy shit.
I really feel like I missed out.
No, they set up this, like, I guess they were pitching a sequel that was going to be like, yeah, man, they may have stopped that, but werewolves have taken over, baby. And the werewolf wars were starting. I have to imagine.
I have a very important question to ask you.
Yeah.
Would you recommend this film?
Lord, no. Are you kidding? This is horrible.
I would recommend it to people I hated.
Yeah, honestly, I think of any is this the franchise? I'm trying to think if there's other franchises. This might be the only franchise where this is the first one and then nothing else. Like, truly, of 8 movies, 7 of them are absolute no's. Like, well,
here's the thing. Subspecies is probably, the other longest one we've covered as far as franchises?
Yeah, like consistent, yeah.
Subspecies doesn't have a good movie
but they're all more fun.
But they're more fun.
Yeah.
They're batshit, lunatic, low-rent stuff that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
This is a stinker, and this is where Howling ends.
And like I said, this is one of the better ones, and it stinks.
Just go back to Joe Dante. Just watch
that first movie is so good, and it is,
and then pretend nothing happened.
And it's so satisfying on its own. That ending is great, and I don't need more.
Actually, here's the thing: it does open the question, but I would totally do a David Gordon Green with Howling.
Oh,
and just pretend all the rest didn't happen.
Well,
but try to pick up a storyline where werewolves were outed in 1980, and it was this woman news reporter, and just pick up from there. But write a smart werewolf movie.
Hey, Blumhouse, we're available. That's all I'm saying.
We are available, and I'm ready.
I would love to see that. The rumor, last I heard, the rumbling was they were going to remake the Dante movie. Netflix was talking about remaking The Howling.
You can.
Yeah, I think what you've pitched is more interesting, which is just picking up from that thread and living in a 2024 world where people just know werewolves exist.
What would that do to the
world?
Try to pitch going forward with something instead of remaking or doing prequels. Because the questions are what happens next, not what happened before, and the questions also not.
I mean, the thing that a remake could do, obviously, is start a new continuity that starts from that in modern day and then carries it forward.
Yeah, and also could take it out of the period and just use the same concepts, but put it in a more familiar time.
The person attached to that remake, at least as of when it was announced a couple years ago, is Andy Muschietti, who I like quite a bit, who made the It movies and The Flash, and is directing Batman the Brave and the Bold. I like that guy.
I am fond of him.
I've
never met him.
Never met the man, but I've liked all of his movies.
There you go.
So I'd be more than okay if he wanted to do that. We'll see.
You've heard it here first, folks. John Campbell has signed off.
Yeah.
On a Howling remake.
We're both kind of Flash defenders.
To a weak degree, yes. There are parts in it I absolutely love. And I really wish they had a better effects budget or more time. Yeah. That's the main problem I have.
Yeah, but I think it's actually pretty solid. Ezra Miller accusations aside.
I would much rather the DCEU have ended with that than Aquaman Lost Kingdom, which is such a stink burger.
I don't find it a stink burger, but I do find it to be pretty disappointing.
On certain nights, you can still smell it.
I don't think it's as bad as you do, but I do think it's a big step down.
Terrible.
It's a disappointment.
The DCEU ends with Patrick Wilson eating a roach.
Well, that's. I mean, yeah. Nobody thought that was the ending, though. They clearly was not designed like that. Anyway,
don't watch this movie. It's awful.
There is apparently. Hold on, though. Before you say that, before we get to that, there is apparently a comic book series called The Howling: Revenge of the Werewolf Queen that does do what you pitched, which is a comic book series that is a direct sequel to the first movie, ignoring everything else. So never read it, don't know, would be curious to read that. Anyway, sorry.
I wouldn't, in case it would interfere with my idea.
Yeah. We don't want to take it
down and actually write a movie.
I do think that there's a lot of potential because you get to reimagine a world that knows werewolves exist. Like what is a world?
Or let's say that
some people do at least. Some people might not
and
believe it.
A lot of people still think it was a hoax or some kind of thing.
That could be like a whole thing. You could have people running
conspiracy theories.
What if there are people running political campaigns on like, I'm going to tell the truth about I'm going to declassify the werewolf files.
With the Monarch stuff, with the Godzilla things, where you have that what's his name, Brian.
Wait,
isn't he the guy from Element, the Eternals?
Brian Tyree Henry.
Isn't he the guy that's like
the guy with the podcast?
The Godzilla movies. It's like, the world doesn't believe that the monarchs exist, but I know they do.
God, those movies do nothing but give nothing to great actors. They get
true.
Great actors, and then are just like, but you don't really matter.
No, it's all about the big monkey and the big
next
lizard.
Week is a remake, and one I like a great deal. It is the remake of Fright Night. We are getting the Fright Night remake, which I am a big fan of.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the Fright Night remake?
Nope.
It's so very good. Colin Farrell is our vampire. Tennant. David Tennant as Peter Vincent.
This is an amazing
Come
cast.
on, man. Toni Collette, another Anton Yelchin.
I don't want to think about that.
Taking over for Ragsdale. Is there somebody? Christopher Mintz-Plasse is Evil Ed. It's great. Dave Franco's in it. It's great. I am a big written by Marty Noxon of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy, sure.
So carrying some of that tone in, and directed by the great Craig Gillespie, who did I, Tonya and Dumb Money. And
just promise me there's a cameo by Grace Jones.
No. There's no Grace Jones cameo. But and Greg Gillespie will also be directing Supergirl. So
I hope it's good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge fan of this movie. I saw this in the theater when it came out. I think it's a very good, like, taking the concept and running with it as a new thing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a carbon copy. Yeah. I think it's got its own vibe.
It's hard to beat that cast.
Well,
the Chris Sarandon. Come on.
I know, but it is one of those things. Yeah, but like Farrell, Tennant.
So weird that Roddy Piper was cast as like a Vincent Price type character.
But you know what? He really pulled it off. That's the thing.
When he said, "I came here to do two things: stake vampires and chew gum," and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah,
I was like,
we will talk about whether or not actually the Roddy McDowall to Tennant makes a lot of sense.
I can see it.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense, I think.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We will see.
It's a different beast with a lot of the same underpinnings. So
different beast. To see what you did.
Yeah. But I'm a big fan of it. So I didn't know you hadn't seen it. I'll be excited to hear what you think.
We have to go because we've now spent 3 hours talking about this.
This is one of those where people are going to be like, How did they do it? How did they possibly talk about it?
Expect notes from Robin. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Campbell and Jones Meet the Monsters. I'm John Campbell.
Oh, I'm Brendan Jones.
Yes, you are. You were that checked out already. And remember, there are such things as monsters.
Once again, I missed a button scene. I had already shut the movie off in my brain.